Car Show, coming to you live this morning from the Lone Star Throwdown at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds, right across the street from the airport here in Conroe. Conroe Regional Airport, it's called. But this is kind of a preview of the show that is coming your way here in about 3.5 minutes. Yeah. So our first guest is going to be Lonnie Ford. He's the man. So he can't hear us.
He's in the blue.
He's in the blue. Are you blue? Are you blue?
Blue.
Are you? I'm talking to you.
Yeah, blue.
Are you blue?
Yeah, we can hear you. Fine.
You can hear me?
I can hear
okay.
you. Can you
I'll
hear
just
you?
do this. I just can't hear in this.
Okay, that's fine. Well, we're working on that. This is kind of like what reason that we do this little preview thing. And so we're supposed to have checked all of this and actually had all of this working earlier.
Yeah, that's what I'm. All right. I've come undone.
So you could watch us scramble.
It's not there.
But at any rate, it's so apparently, and we'll do this since we're not officially at the start of the show yet. It's a couple of minutes away.
Yep. We have
But
to get all this.
I understand that there was a little hiccup yesterday.
Well, which one?
Well, I was talking about the power.
About the big one?
Yeah, the power pole.
Yeah, they had an issue.
Yeah.
Truck hit the pole, knocked it down.
Yes.
And in half, power lines landed on the fence and had you wouldn't think we'd have to keep spectators away from the fence, but they
It was kind of like one of those electrified cattle call
Well, they want to
fences.
go touch it. So, we're trying to get them not to touch it. So,
I've had a problem with that for quite some time.
that's what they say. I've heard them say that.
I'm talking about my car.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Well, we're about ready to hit the airwaves.
Good deal.
Officially.
I'm ready to go.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I've been ready.
Well, so while the boys still work on issues over here,
Okay.
this is going to be a conversation between the three of us.
Hey.
So when you guys are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm not.
He's
quite.
always ready. He's ready for Monday.
You know
or
what?
Tuesday.
I
when
thought
it's
about.
Tuesday.
I thought about. He'll tell you all about it. We'll have a look at some of the upcoming racing events that you might be interested in, plus Conrad's Car Clinic and the stories making automotive news headlines. That and more just ahead on today's In Wheel Time Car Show for Saturday, February 27th, 2021. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars, who's scrambling here at the last second like he always does. King Conrad DeLong, Jeffrey Zekin is over here, and guess who's with us today? The fabulous, and we want more of, our chief engineer, David Ainsley. This is the In Wheel Time Car Show for Saturday, February 27th, 2021. Glad you could make it. I'm Don Armstrong. And our special guest, well, no, I wouldn't say special. Special needs person, maybe, is Lonnie Ford.
How you doing, guys?
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see y'all.
How you doing? Have you taken your nerve pill this morning?
Absolutely, every day.
Yeah, every day.
Especially yesterday.
Yeah?
And 4 shots of tequila just to make it work,
No,
right?
No, that'd make me sleepy.
Would it?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Have you had any refreshments out here since you've been here?
No, just
No.
Coke.
Just Coke.
Yep.
Well, I was thinking maybe later after we get off the air this morning, that 11 o'clock we should do some shots.
Well, I
maybe not.
think he's got a long day ahead of him and a long day tomorrow ahead of him.
Yeah. So what time did you get to bed last night?
A little bit after majority trucks.
Yeah, majority trucks.
Yep.
I saw one that was very interesting up at the head of the road over there. It's a dually, but it's in its natural skin. I guess that they somehow have clear coated the natural skin, and it looks like, I didn't stop and take a look at it, but it looks like it's got a great big yellow Cummins diesel in it. It's slammed to the ground. It's old.
It's 2 cabs put together.
Is that
Is
what
that
it
how
is?
they did that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. There's 2
Tell
cabs
me
put
more about
together. I don't know the specifics, but it's
Does it run? They didn't push it in here, did they?
Yeah, they pushed it off the trailer.
Did they?
Yeah, it's under construction, and when it's finished, it's going to be definitely an eye catcher.
Bad to the bone.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah, it
year
looks
that
good.
thing is?
No, I do not.
Boy, we got to find out about it.
Yeah.
We'd like to talk to the guy.
Yeah, I will definitely bring him over here. He's
Okay.
not a talker, so you're going to have to pull him out of his shell.
Well, does he have somebody, a spokesperson for him or something?
His wife, maybe.
Oh, we'll talk to his wife. She probably knows more about it than he
She
does.
probably does.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I really don't know. You know,
Well, I'll tell
sometimes
you-
we don't tell the wives what we're working on in the garage.
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah.
She doesn't come out and take a peek every once in a while?
Probably not. He has a pretty big shop, so.
Oh, he does.
Well, you would have to have a truck that
That
long.
big,
I mean, because that truck's almost as long as the.
What is that, a 40-footer?
I bet it's longer than
Yeah, I
that.
was going to say, it looks longer than that.
That
Yeah,
thing is
It's
huge.
stretched, spread axle.
Dude,
It's basically two, 18-wheeler cabs. It's
but it's slammed.
oh, definitely airbags all the way
Yeah,
around.
I mean, all the way to the ground.
Yep.
I mean, there are those. You never stop being amazed when you come to these car shows. You think that you've seen it all, and then you run into something like that. We'll try to take a picture of it and put it online so you have an idea of what we're talking. Parts and pieces onto this custom cab and
You gotta-
chassis and everything.
I
You
think
gotta
he
see
probably
his property.
made his own.
Yep.
I think most all of that's custom
Yep.
metal work.
Yeah, he has an old school Ford, a slick 60 style Ford that he actually put the unibody bedsides on another truck to have the wheel well in the back. He's not new to the if they don't make it, I'm going to make it myself.
Well, dude, that's probably the coolest truck. Well, I haven't walked around actually.
When
I
it's
haven't had time.
when it's done, it's literally going to break the internet.
Oh, yeah.
People are gonna freak out when they see that driving down the road because he will not be scared to be 75 miles an hour going down the road with a trailer with two slam dualies on the back of it. he won't be scared.
But that I would guess that's pretty typical of what shows up here every year. A lot of people have Friday off or want to take Friday off. They want, and especially now with the pandemic trying to wind down, everybody is dying to get out of the house and do something.
Yep.
We've been working on the trucks the past year since last show, and actually last year we didn't even have the pandemic going at that time.
It was just starting.
It was in the
snuck
news,
right
yeah.
behind the back
just
of it.
ahead of it.
Yep. And so, it's truly fun coming out here. I'm not a truck guy. I have an appreciation for trucks. As a matter of fact, I thought, if I were going to buy a vehicle, what would it be? And I think I've got it narrowed down to a pickup truck.
I'm interested to hear this.
I would buy a pickup truck, and to be honest with you,
A new one?
I would like to have one like that one right there.
This,
Yes.
C10.
Yeah, that is really nice.
Yep.
It's a single cab,
It's classic.
right? And he's got
the big back wheels.
right.
Yeah.
It's bagged,
bagged.
right? Not that I would. I'm not into the slammed
You would
look.
look good in that truck.
I would.
it helps you get in and out of them, Don.
Well, but I need that.
And the older he gets,
But you know, the nice
sometimes they're
thing
so
about
low
that,
you got to climb out.
yeah, no, I don't want
Nah,
that.
you can't.
But I'll tell you what, I like the old school paint job on it. Kept the same.
two-tone.
Yep, the
the
two-tone.
Cheyenne,
Tri-tone.
Cheyenne.
Yep.
Right. I like that look. So if I were going to have one, it would probably be something like that. However, I have to tell you that
With a
years-
modern powertrain.
Years ago, when I first got into the Corvette Club, this was in 1978, I decided I wanted to take it off the street, put the custom paint job on it, and do all of the nice things that you have with a show car. So I needed another truck. I needed a car that I could drive back and forth to work while I was working on the Corvette. So I did. What did I do? I bought a 1955 Chevy pickup truck.
Oh, wow.
I bet you wished you had it right now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'll bet I didn't.
Big back glass or the quarter glasses?
No, it had the big back glass. And the problem was that it had rust issues, for one. And
You
it,
can fix that.
Well,
but
somebody
I didn't
could.
need to work on that. I needed to work on the Corvette, so I bought the truck to drive it back and forth. Well, then it had a starter issue. Turns out that there's a bunch of them sitting right here.
Some of them probably not looking too far from what yours look, because that patina has become quite the fashion.
But after the hundreds of hours that some of these trucks have in it, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one.
They don't even make that truck.
Okay.
Do
well,
what?
Whatever I get it. But
They don't make it. You can't get a single cab short bed truck. That's
Can't anymore?
That's no. You
so
can't- you
well,
can't buy
look at it. It doesn't.
Short- they only have the single cabs only come long bed. So that's a Mexico truck. So what they do now is they get the shorter beds, and then they put them on. They're already building a frame for the truck.
So they build a shortened frame for the short bed, and you get a regular cab and put custom bed and frame underneath it.
They don't make
well,
that truck.
And that's
Chevy,
got some interesting.
Chevy does not make that
Well,
truck.
where do you get the bed? Oh, well, I guess you can get the bed.
Yeah, you can get the bed off the crew cabs.
It's a
But they
short
do
bed,
not
Just
make a
that
single cab
combination,
short bed.
yeah.
That combination truck right there does not exist, and it's the hottest item right now.
I can see why.
People are and I can't believe Chevy's not making them. They would make a killing selling them, but they
but
just
don't assume they're going to do that.
It's General Motors, Brud. You know,
Yeah.
and if they did, it'd be electric.
yeah.
Oh, God.
And then there's
Look
there's
at this.
that.
How do
there's
you
that.
how do you get in a truck like this?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's beautiful.
We love that. We love it a lot.
No, it's same
Exact
colors,
same color?
exact same
But
truck.
it sits up.
It's a factory truck. Bought it out of Ohio. Someone tagged me in the picture and contacted the lady that owns it. Her father bought it brand new in 1975.
Oh, how cool!
Her father died in '83. Her grandfather kept the truck as almost like a shrine to her father because he just
That was
couldn't let
his
go of the
son,
truck.
and- yeah.
So the grandfather died. She is, kind of the estate. So it was the truck. I was tagged in it. I started a conversation with her, and she wants the truck to go on, and she knows she's not that person to
And
let
she
the
can
truck
trust
go on.
you to.
And we got into it, and I just I stayed in contact with her, and I ended up getting the truck, and
You said, I got to have it.
I have to have it. So I did whatever.
Where was it? Ohio?
Ohio.
And
Yeah.
you're the second
It's
owner.
Niles, Ohio. And it's her grandfather drove.
As
I wouldn't have to restore it. It's
It
factory
is,
right
yeah.
now. It's there.
Well,
I could
that's-
have it
that's
like
what
that.
was-
But that's what I am.
That's what
I'm
you
a
do,
yeah. That's what
Yeah,
I
but
do.
you
I
got
want,
one that you can do all that good stuff to.
but wouldn't you like to have two?
Well, but
Well,
I'm
think
thinking
of
the
the
other one
things you
could
didn't
drive.
do on the first one.
Like
that
when
you
you
want to
go
do on
when
the second
you go to
one.
breakfast. I don't remember where, but you go to breakfast on Sunday morning someplace.
Mamacitas.
With Mama Cita's. So if the
They have
fan-
good-
if
they
the
have
hot
good
rod
margaritas.
is not available, you could still go in the same truck
Oh yeah.
by going in the other one that's
Yeah.
original.
But that's
Change
not
them up
him.
from time to time.
Yeah.
Well, that's not
I won't do
immediately
the
on the plan.
motor and stuff like that like I did in the other truck. I think the wife is look at it now. It's like I would never have dreamed. I thought
that it would have got
I
this
was
big.
a chicken with my head cut off in 2012 when we first did it, and now I look back on it and it's the 144 vendors. 2,000 show vehicles, and then we have 500 show vehicles through vendor.
And how did it start here? Has it been here the whole time?
Wait a minute,
The whole
500
time.
through the vendors?
There's 2,500 show vehicles plus.
So this is
100
kind of like SEMA outdoors, Texas.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of
style.
SEMA's
Yeah.
outdoors too, but yeah.
Yeah,
But this is bring your truck
Yeah.
and show your truck.
yeah. We probably turn
And the
away
variety of trucks you get is awesome.
from all over.
Here you go.
Different rat rods.
Now there's a
we get-
color.
And there's that
Yeah, I
there's
love
that
the
short
color.
there's that short bed single cab
She's-
again.
She's the one that got the ladies' choice last year because that's a woman-owned truck.
And a bike to match.
Yep.
I'm assuming that bike matches. Either
Yes.
that's a convenient way to ride through the neighborhood.
No, that's her husband. So
Well,
there's a mix of everything. You're gonna see absolutely everything. If you're into anything automotive related, come out here.
I'm
We
glad
got
I'm glad
tons-
you clarified that.
Automotive.
We wouldn't want.
Wouldn't have a. It's like
that-
a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine's got a cloth, or next door neighbor, they got two cloth top Jeeps, and they said didn't do you a whole lot of good to get in the truck and turn the heat on. It was still cold.
Mr. Mars, are you lost?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Apparently.
Stuff? He's working. Well, so it's a little cloudy,
Yep.
but there is a slight chance of rain, but not a big deal.
Nope.
We really don't even like to say that word. but-
Yeah, we don't say that word, but without it, I always tell people there's a 100% chance of LST.
Yep.
So rain or shine, this vent is gonna go on.
Well, the caravan through
There you
the
go. There's North Carolina.
Yep. Very nice.
But
And
a truck like that's been trailered here. They're not going to drive a truck like that.
Not
here.
necessarily.
Some of these are driven here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
To see where this one is, New Mexico,
That's
So
a
there we
long
go.
haul on a truck dressed up like that.
from her.
Whoa.
What?
You can say that.
Okay, yeah, I didn't say anything bad.
No, I know. Not yet.
Yeah.
But
We just got started.
so $20 a person for
Yep.
the entire weekend.
For the
Well, we've
entire
already
weekend.
missed a
Three-
third of it. But
Three-day
today and
pass.
tomorrow, right?
Yep.
$20 to get in. Now, is it children free?
12 and under is free.
Okay, 12 and under is free. And this is at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds,
Yep.
right across the street from
Lone Star Expo Center,
Tees Nursery Road off of
Airport Road. So
I-45.
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 Keep going
Keys
till you see
Nursery.
the big flag.
Yeah, look for the
It
big
was hard
flag.
to see the flag because it's at half mast
Yeah.
Why is it at half mast?
for Rush Limbaugh.
Radio going off. Lonnie, where are you?
No, I already radioed him and told him to transfer him to Radar and Jared.
Well, for you though, you're so engaged in everything here. Monday, you're still breaking down. Is Tuesday finally the day you get to take a breath, or you?
Oh yeah,
Is
Tuesday.
that's
Tuesday
the-
is my day.
So the
Tuesday-
tequila shots are Monday night.
I don't turn on the radio. I don't turn on the TV. I don't want to hear nothing.
Crash and burn.
Yep, sleep.
Well, because you didn't get much sleep last night, because you
Nope.
said you went to bed at 2, and we
Yep,
were bugging you at 6.
and Jared, we had a generator go down, so Jared got back to the hotel, sat on the bed, was fixing to take a shower. Generator went down. He came back up here, and he never left Friday night.
But
Yeah.
don't y'all have some sort of
Sleeping arrangements here on property?
On property?
No, we don't anymore. We have an office where if we have to stay here, we'll sleep in the office.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like a little chair, 2 chairs put together.
They're looking for
coming
something
in.
to do. Come down here to civilization, man.
Let's do it.
I'm sorry. You got fans over there.
Yeah.
Lonnie has fans everywhere.
Exactly. And we're one of them. I just need to make myself a little note here.
So, but your vendors also come from all around the country.
Yep.
You know, this isn't just a Texas vendor thing.
No, absolutely
Even though
not.
some of them we recognize
No,
as Texas vendors.
we had some of the bigger corporate ones out of California and stuff like that. They wouldn't allow them to come. So
What do you mean? Who wouldn't allow them to come?
corporate
because of COVID.
So they wouldn't allow them to come. So they are going to reevaluate it in June and then see what they're going to do after that.
Well, I have to tell you.
But you sold out all your vendor spaces either way.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I usually say. I mean, we could double sell this event on just vendors. I mean, we have the same amount of vendors that we have here that are wanting to get in.
Even on top of what's here.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So I mean, if we had the room, we could do it. But even if we had double the room, I don't.
Okay, I'm told that we're back online now. Am I correct by saying that? Yes, sir. Oh, you guys are a liar. I don't believe you anyway. All right. Well, we reset whatever it is that had to be reset over here. I don't know why we didn't do that before we went on the air, but that's another story for another day. So we're going to start the second segment of the In Wheel Time Car Show right now.
There's your Hellcat.
I have no audio. Coming to you from the 10th Annual Lone Star Throwdown in Conroe, Texas. This is the award-winning car talk show In Wheel Time, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Glad you could join us, along with Mike out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeff Seekin, and engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong.
That's gorgeous. I like that.
That is very nice.
That's unusual.
It is very unusual. It's a 50s kind of deal there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're so glad that you could join us. And joining us today out here at the Lone Star Throwdown, which is, by the way, at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds, right off of I-45 and
Tees Nursery. Oh, I'm sorry. I looked like you were struggling to think of the name.
I am struggling, but not in that way yet. But thank you for joining us today.
There's a long bid Dodge.
Oh, my gosh.
Boy, that is weird looking. You know, all I can think of is Art Grindle Dodge. Did you grow up here?
No.
Yes, sir.
You did? Well, you're too young. You wouldn't know. There used to be a guy that sold cars, Art Grindle, and he was always on Saturday morning television live. And he sold new cars, but he also sold used cars, and he did this live show. I think it was during Paul Bosch Wrestling. He did this live show, and he would he would roll the used cars by, and these were the biggest pieces of junk you have ever seen in your. They were all hoopties, okay? And he would roll them by live on television, and he would get. If the car stalled, all the guys were out there and pushed it through. Hey, we'll sell you this car for $25.95. No, never mind. We'll sell this to you for $1,000. Come right down right here to Art Grindle Dodge right now. It was on OST. It was fabulous. And if you go on YouTube, you can still find this.
I'm going to have to do that.
You're going to have to. You'll laugh till you can't laugh anymore. And he went on. He closed the dealership here and moved to Florida. And apparently he did the same thing in Florida until he died. But what a great story that is.
Mine is go see Cal.
Go see
Worthington.
Cal
See,
Worthington.
me, my age, that's what I remember.
And
all
his
of the
dog
animals.
Spot.
Yeah. All his what?
And his dog Spot.
Yeah.
Because all of the animals were his dog Spot.
Yeah.
The lions, all of it. Yes, everything. Of
You
course,
know,
he was out of California. He bought Richardson Chevrolet, by the way.
Cal
It was
Worthington.
Cal Worthington,
Right.
yes.
And then you had Sam Montgomery, Rocket Man.
Sam the Rocket Man.
Sam the Rocket Man.
He was down on the Gulf Freeway.
Yeah.
That building is still there. The rocket with the man on top was gone, because that was a 60s kind of thing. We're going to the moon.
I remember, but that was because I was up in the Detroit area. The Trunk Monkey.
Trunk Monkey?
Yeah, look up Trunk
Look,
Monkey.
he's like, yeah, Truck Monkey.
Yeah, look up Trunk Monkey one time. Google it on YouTube.
Truck Monkey?
Yeah, and it's a Chevy dealership in the Detroit area that did this series of commercials about the Trunk Monkey.
Yeah.
And Google it. They're funnier than heck. There's got to be 20, 25 of them where the Trunk Monkey jumps out and gets the guy who's trying to rob the car, throws him off the bridge.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it whacks him in the head.
Well,
so all these different dealers had their gimmicks, and Art Grindle had his gimmick of selling the hoopties.
yes, he did. And it's just the way that it was. I don't think that it would fly in today's hoopty world, but maybe it would.
What do you consider a hoopty?
A hoopty is something that probably
might
has
be a
a million miles on it, is on its last leg. It had an old V8 in it that's probably running on 5 cylinders, if that, smoke pouring out of it.
So it's probably what I drive every day.
Is that, something tells me not. That's not the case.
Hey, I drive. Hey, my Excursion's got a little over 400,000 miles on it.
Does it really?
Yeah.
But if
Gas
you take,
or diesel?
6.0. It's a Power Stroke diesel. Dorian did.
That's why it lasted that long.
Yeah, he did the head studs and all the goodies to it at right at 117,000 miles, and it's on the factory block and everything. So the only thing he did was do the head studs, the head gaskets.
Well, 6-liter, believe it, my opinion was 6-liter was a good engine. It was all the crap they hung on it that didn't work worth a diddly.
I think for me, seeing all the stuff that he's done with mine and other ones at the shop, I think they got a bad rap because it was right when the fuel was switching over, the low sulfur diesel, and the EGR systems on it just wasn't ready for the fuel wasn't out yet.
Yeah,
so
'cause
once
all
the
intake-
fuel started coming out, see, there's Jared. Jared is my right-hand man.
He's been coming by checking on us.
He's the one that I told you I'm going to have to get you to meet.
I met him.
Okay.
He gave me the
good.
wristbands this morning.
Okay, good deal. So he's
He
definitely
gave me 30 of them. Is that a problem?
He wouldn't have given you 30, so
Okay.
I know that for a fact. I lean on him. He's the one that
trust him.
Yeah, he's the one that me and Radar both, we lean on really hard.
Dirty Max.
Yeah, that's there's a lot of money in there.
Gosh, what are those 40s?
How do you get
Those steps come down.
how do you get an angle on that drive shaft like that? Do you actually
Carefully.
Do you actually have to tilt the rear axle up to kind of meet it? Because
Yeah,
that's severe, man.
Yeah, they'll
Well,
clock the axle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in the lift kit, they'll drop the T-case as well. They'll drop the transfer case on it because the working angles of the prop shafts can create a whole lot of vibrations at various speeds.
Or brake.
And you can only tilt the nose of the pinion up so high before you take that front pinion bearing and there's no more grease split on it. So it all happens in balance. And it's not just a matter of going out and throwing some 4x4 chunks of wood underneath your leaf springs and some bigger U-bolts
Really?
on it. Even though there's a lot of people who've done that, including me, which is why I know how to do that. But, there's too many things you have to pay attention to, because if you don't and you drive it every day, it's going to tear up in a relatively short period of time. Well, look at this guy's camera setup.
Yeah.
Now that's a camera setup.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't have that kind of money in it. Yeah. We do it the cheap way. Cell phones. It's all good for us.
There's another square body.
Yes, exactly. I love the I love the paint jobs. Some of them they kind of give a nod to the past with the two-tone paint jobs on the pickup trucks.
And some of them are like I said earlier, this thing about the patina, they leave the rust underneath it, kind of sand it out and with some touch-up paint, and then clear over the top, so it just looks like an old rusty bucket, but it's not. It's still got a good shine on it, and that's become probably maybe about 5 or 6 years. That's been all the craze. Yeah. It wasn't the craze earlier, but it seems like it went through a big time of that was what everybody wanted to do.
Yeah, there's even specific guys, paint shop guys out there that will really pull in the patina on some of these things where they look immaculate. They're smooth and it looks rusty, looks old, but it's actually a brand new paint job on it.
Yeah, I've seen how that's done. Well, that's a lot of work.
Yep.
It's a lot of work, but when it's done, it's beautiful, man. Yeah. I don't know as if that's my style. I don't know as if I could handle that. I actually had the '66 Corvair, thinking that I was going to keep it patinaed. I couldn't. I couldn't go out in the garage and look at it.
Yeah.
It just killed me.
Hey, speaking of PSE, these are the shop guys. These guys mop and sweep the shop.
What do you mean PSE? What is that?
Power Stroke
Ingenuities.
Okay.
Ingenuity.
All right. Yeah.
So these are the bathroom cleaners here. They clean the bathrooms.
So they collect money from Dorian because he so freely gives it away, right?
Who's Dorian? Do we know Dorian?
Okay, so this is some sort of an insider joke that I'm not in.
No,
I don't know.
these are probably the best diesel. I would say the best diesel shop in town.
In town.
There's a lot of good diesel shops in town, but as far as performance diesel, I don't know that there's anybody better than them.
Yeah, if you have a Power Stroke diesel, it definitely is. PSE is the place to take it.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I
give
knew
them a
you
call.
guys.
These are the two guys that you're going to hear on the phone when you call. Call one of them.
So good. So let me just go. So let me just go ahead and just say this about diesels. You guys work on any of those Chevy diesels?
No.
I was going to say
Power
because my cousin Steve up in Wisconsin made the mistake of buying one of those Chevy diesels they had to take the cab off of it to change the turbocharger on it.
But that's normal even on the Fords.
It is?
Oh yeah.
What a pain that is. Why did they design it that way?
Because it's easier to take the
I'm
cab
not
off.
asking you.
But it's easier to take the cab off to work. Well, they don't have a microphone. It's easier to have a cab off to work on it than it is because you can't physically do it without lifting the cab, or you can, but it's a royal pain.
Okay, tell you what we're going to do. So you're going to be our next guest. Yeah.
Well, we got one.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to be a server, but you understand what's going on. That's all we're looking for.
So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a hand mic. Can you handle a hand mic?
Yes, he can.
Okay, good. So if you can handle the hand mic, then you're just going to take this and you're going to answer the questions. Can we see him on camera, by the way? He's got to get over next to light. Okay, well, sit in that chair right there. Just sit down. You're not doing anything.
He's good at holding things in his hand.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Okay, well, you know how to work it. So, and what is your name?
My name's Corey.
Corey.
Yes, sir.
And you work for?
Just a little bit closer.
I'm sorry.
I'm the service manager for Power Stroke Ingenuities.
Okay, so you know everything that there is to know because you can quote prices and that sort of stuff
Sure.
when somebody comes in and says, hey, man,
Absolutely.
Here's the problem that I've got, or this is what I want to do.
Yes, sir.
So you're the man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, good. So you're the guy that we want to talk to.
Okay.
So we were talking about the Chevrolet diesel, and I come to find out that the Ford is, and I guess that the Ram or Cummins diesel is the same way. They all have the turbocharger at the back of the motor.
So, no, not necessarily. You're going to have a charger in the valley on a Duramax. You're going to have a charger in the valley on a Power Stroke.
In the valley meaning?
A V.
In the V.
Right in the center of
Got
it. You're going to have your turbocharger.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
On a Cummins, though, you're not. It's going to be an inline 6 motor, so you're going to have it sitting there, and you're going to have either the turbo on the side, or they do like second-gen swaps on those. But we don't necessarily do a whole lot of that. We primarily focus on the Fords.
Okay, so a V8.
Yes, sir.
A V8
Yes, sir.
diesel.
And all 4 of the Fords, 73606, 467.
All
You
are
guys will work
V8s.
on any or all of them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, why do you prefer that?
Well,
Or do you prefer it? It's just
yeah.
what the customer prefers.
Yeah, well, Dorian started the business about 10 years ago. I think this year is our 10th year anniversary of Power Stroke Ingenuities. So,
Off a dirt road over by the horse track.
Yeah,
I've
yeah, we've
where I met him.
definitely stepped up. You used to kind of be sketched out to where you were going, but now we have a very nice facility. But he started primarily working on Fords. He worked for a Ford dealership, and he worked his way up to being
So he was the diesel guy at the Ford dealership.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
I think he worked his way up to being a master tech over there and then left.
Because there is a special thing about diesels that you have to know what the hell you're doing. You can't just go from gasoline to diesel
They
and
are,
go,
for
oh, I
sure.
got this.
expensive if you make a mistake.
Yep.
And diesel technicians in the dealership world are extremely valuable, and they can pretty much command the highest hourly rate within the dealership
Yeah.
because there's so few of them available, and they're in such high demand.
Yeah, I think the dealership right now, their diesel rate is probably around $175 an hour, I would assume.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, that's shop time.
Yes, sir.
Right,
yeah, labor
right, yeah.
time.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
Tech's not making one.
Oh,
No,
no. But the techs are probably somewhere in the high 30s to low to mid 40s.
Yeah, I would guess any good tech at a dealership is making low 35 an hour.
Yeah. But there's a value in that because that's the guy who can get the cars in and out quickly because they're not just throwing parts at it.
Yeah.
They're diagnosticians. They understand what it takes to fix it properly.
And that's going to go back to lifting the cabs on them. Lifting a cab on it is a lot quicker for us to do instead of a guy laying up on top of a motor changing a turbo.
You
he
just
can
have to
pull the cab
unplug everything?
Yep, you just
then
unplug everything.
Then unscrew the
the
cab.
radiator, and on some of them the intercoolers go up with them. You just disconnect everything and leave everything on the ground, then drop it right back down.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I just thought
easier.
that was crazy when I first heard that.
What are you driving right now?
I'm driving a brand new Chevrolet Tahoe with a diesel in it.
Yeah, is it what
The
size is the motor? 3 liter?
I think it's a
Yeah,
3 liter.
Yeah,
3
that's
liter.
about industry standard for the Fords.
Well, I'll
the
tell you
Dodge.
what,
half
man,
ton.
this is the first time. This is a 2021, and this thing is really nice. I was extremely impressed. First time I drove it was today. Drove it up here, and it is really nice. It's a great ride.
Get about 32 miles to the gallon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yep.
And it's got plenty of power. I guess it's got the 10-speed. I haven't really looked.
Yep.
10-speed automatic transmission, and I was thoroughly impressed. And it takes a lot to impress me.
Yeah, a friend of ours, Art Mopin, wrote up a good article
Like
on
you.
there, and he said the same thing. Very impressed with it. Got tons of power, can haul with them.
Yep.
But still, if you're empty, get about 32 miles to the gallon just because those diesels are so much more
Is that
efficient.
equivalent to like what Isabel has, like
Yeah,
that, the
yep,
smaller
like a 3 liter. Yep.
3 liter, the Power Stroke one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
are they
and that-
ever going to put that in the Expeditions? Or
Oh,
is
I
that
don't know.
something that
They didn't. I don't think they sold as many as they thought they were going to sell because I think everybody was a little bit skeptical. But as long as
hesitant
you
of it,
drive
right.
one, yeah. If you go drive one, then you'd probably.
Well,
like it.
everything.
And then Ram has a 3 liter in
Yep,
their half-ton
exactly.
truck as well.
Everything
Eco
that
diesel.
Mr. Mars and I have seen about the manufacturer side, they are going away from the diesel mainly
Yeah.
and doing the electric/hybrid now,
Yeah.
but they're all working toward all electric, and that's it's going to be significant.
Yeah, that's one thing I haven't seen which is like a crossover diesel electric,
Sure.
like they do the.
This is mine. I
gas.
drove this up here
Oh, my
earlier.
gosh, look at this. Jeffrey, get this thing on the air.
My
that,
God.
That is wild. See, there's your inline 6 turbo.
no,
Yeah.
Caterpillar.
Yeah, there you go. We just want to take some pictures of that. That's a very interesting rear drive system on there with
Yes, it is.
with the track. I can't imagine it taking a lot of speed.
Which this one?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not on those tracks. No.
Yeah,
For sure not. But they'd probably go over anything.
there's
So-
no doubt.
So Welder Up are those the guys from
Yeah, they
Las
built it.
Vegas?
Yep,
Yeah.
they built
Okay.
it.
All right, so we're going to have you back before the end of the show.
Okay.
Teach us new things.
So why don't we get you back here at 10 o'clock? Can you come back at 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock tomorrow or today?
No, today.
Yeah, I'm sure I can.
Thank you.
Okay. What do you got to get permission?
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, just because I'm a service manager, I don't get to make the rules, so.
Okay.
I got a
You
boss.
get blamed for everything and have absolutely no authority, right?
Yes, but look at those diamonds on his other hand there.
The techs get mad at you. Yeah. The managers get mad at you. The customers, the owners. You're always doing something wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, hey, man, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you pointed them out.
Yeah.
Why don't we just have you here
and
you can just point people out as they walk by?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here's your.
Because I didn't want to ignore you.
You want to get the next one in here?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't.
This is the big Chevy truck that drove by.
Oh, the big Chevy truck.
The red one.
Oh, yeah.
James from Minnesota.
James, are you from Minnesota?
Yep.
Where in Minnesota are you from?
About West Central.
West Central Minnesota, named
Wilmer.
Wilmer, Minnesota, which would be south of Brainerd.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we're like 2 hours straight west of the cities.
Okay.
Minneapolis.
Yeah. Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yep.
The Twin Cities.
Yes.
They just call them the cities when you're from Minneapolis.
I'm originally from your next door neighbor.
Oh, are you?
Wisconsin, oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So did you drive your truck down here?
No, we trailered it.
You trailered it?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell everybody give us the background on the truck.
Well, so it's a 49 Chevy on a 93 Dodge 1-ton frame.
So a 49 Chevy truck.
Yep.
Where did you find this? Because where do you find a 49 Chevy truck?
Well, so originally it was from South Dakota, and then we have a neighbor that collects old cars, and he was selling it, and so I picked it up from him.
Was it just full of rust?
No, it was actually really clean. It was all original, and I actually drove it home.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, did it have a 6-cylinder in it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was originally a grain truck, so it had a hydraulic dump, and it all worked and everything.
Yeah, and you took that off of there.
Yep.
See, I think I'd have left the dump truck part of it on there, but that would have been me.
Yeah, I was debating that, but so I actually have a 51 Chevy with an LS in it, and I can't really do much with it. You know, I mean, it's fun to drive, but I wanted something I can use for like work, and so that's why I built that one.
You said that's on a Ram frame.
Yep.
And so I'm assuming it's Cummins power.
Yep.
Powertrain.
12 valve with a 5-speed.
Oh gosh.
Yep. 4-wheel drive.
With a 5-speed.
Yep.
So what possessed you to build it like it is?
Well.
I mean, you just see a picture, you talk to somebody,
or you just had all the parts sitting around,
yeah,
you figured slap it together.
So I finished my my 51, and I wanted something that was a little more practical. You know, that one was fun to drive with the LS and whatnot, but I wanted something more practical that I could use for work and hauling cows, and so I use it on our farm.
Do you really?
Yep.
So you're a farm boy?
Truck.
Yeah, that's my work truck.
You're a farm boy.
Yep.
I'll be darned. Well, I had no clue.
Yeah.
So farming must be good there in central Minnesota.
What's that?
Farming must be good there in central Minnesota.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
So,
So what do you do on the farm?
you
raise cattle or?
Yep. So
milk cows?
Our main business is actually turkeys. So we're turkey farmers.
Turkey farmers.
Yeah.
So when you go into the barn, you go, and everybody goes. Is that the way it works?
They do, yeah.
Yes, yeah. How do I know that?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know?
I know these things, and they're all going, God, we're scared now. How does this city boy know that? I don't know. It's one of those things.
Do you sell your turkeys to some of the name brand buyers?
No, so what we do is we raise the turkeys and then we sell the eggs for like commercial birds. So the eggs hatch and then they get raised for like meat bird or for meat.
Okay. So yeah. And there's a certain breed of turkey?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
And what breed is it?
So there's two main breeds. It's called hybrid and Nicholas. And so those are the two main.
It's in the car world because it's a hybrid. So that's a turkey that has a diesel engine and an electric motor.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot right now.
It doesn't go. It goes. These guys are going, are we really doing this? So you brought the rest of the family with you, I assume.
Yep. So this is my fiance.
Okay.
And
Be careful.
This is a high school college buddy.
Yeah.
So.
Very nice. Well, welcome to Texas. Is this your first show down here?
So we came last year.
Yeah.
With the same
with
truck?
that truck, yep. But it wasn't on the semi wheels or lifted.
Yeah.
Good, very, very good looking truck, and we'll get some pictures of it and post it on our Facebook page. And it's in Wheel Time. You could probably go on. We'll podcast.
You know, my
this as well.
guess is that they're probably not in shorts and shirt sleeves up in Minnesota today.
No.
Well, last week it was. I mean, so when you guys had that freezing.
Thank you for
temperatures-
reminding us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I think it was like -35 where we were.
really?
Yeah.
And we were complaining, and you guys were going, "Oh, that's jacket weather
yeah,
for us."
We're thinking that's probably about shorts and t-shirt weather.
What a bunch of whiny Texans, right? No, we're just not built for that.
Yeah,
down here.
exactly.
So do you guys enjoy coming down here?
Oh yeah.
So is this the only event that you go to?
Yeah. So back home, there's not shows like this. This is beyond like anything we have.
Yeah.
Most of what we have are like retired guys with restored.
Careful.
Hey, I'm not bashing it at all, because a lot of my friends are actually retired guys, because nobody my age
Well,
does
it's the farming
trucks.
industry too. Is
Yeah.
you know, a lot of family-owned farms. And
Exactly.
Dad passes it on to son, and granddad passed it on to dad.
So I assume that you were born into this.
What's that?
I assume that you were born into this.
The farming, yeah.
Yeah. And it's been good for you. Are you an FFA guy from?
I was, yeah.
Yeah. And you went to school, and your degree is in what?
Farm operation and management. So.
Okay.
Very nice.
So I'll be taking over the farm with my brother. So.
Very nice.
Bringing technology into it as well.
Yep.
And
Is it
trucks.
like generational thing? Is it grandfather, dad?
We're third generation. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
It's all
Yeah.
good.
So have you met Lonnie?
I haven't. No.
No.
Lonnie's
Hey.
the founder of LST.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
and,
the
he
one
and
that
Todd.
puts on this crazy thing.
Well, it's a great show.
Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come a
definitely.
long
It's
way
always,
for it. Would it take a couple of days to come down?
23 hours. So.
And see, for us, we don't get to ever really. You know, I mean, we know a lot of people from all over the place, but when you see the license plates, it puts it in perspective, and it's just amazing to see how many people. I mean, because we have people from Canada, from Oregon, from New Jersey. When
Florida.
you see that, when you see that, it's just amazing. And this is what Todd and I, when we wanted to do this thing, we've been doing this since we were kids, before we could drive. So having an event like this means the world to us. I mean, it truly is a child watching it grow, because when we first had it, we were scared no one was going to show up. He's going to show up.
And now you don't have enough space for everybody
And
that
now we
wants
don't have
to.
enough space. So it's definitely good to hear guys like him that enjoy this and look forward and drive basically a day to come down here.
Yeah, there's so I was just looking on social media the other day, and there's a lot of people that do like custom plates for shows, like on their trucks. They'll put like custom plates on, and I'm like, I thought about it, but I'm like, it's a talker, having Minnesota plates.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
people are like, oh, you're from Minnesota, huh? I'm like, yeah, we're from Minnesota.
Great conversation
Oh,
starter.
yeah.
Todd's sitting here, his trucks are driving by. He goes, "Oh, there's Arkansas. Oh, that's Minnesota. There's a Florida plate." So Lonnie is and paying attention to.
Yeah.
Y'all
the
look so
license
much
plate.
alike.
Yeah. Well, no, we get it at the gate. So it's like this. It's like a little garden gnome, and then you have me, and then it's like they'll pull up and say, "Hey, Lonnie told me to come to the gate," and I'm like, "I'm Lonnie," and then they'll come to the gate and say,
Who are you?
Hey, Radar, what's going on?" And I'm like,
You guys are interchangeable.
It's the hair. It's the hair. Y'all are.
maybe. We were on a plane. We were going to SEMA, and we're boarding a plane, and the guy looks at both of us, and it's him, and the names are mixed up, and we didn't correct him, and we left. And the next time he comes up, and he goes, "Why didn't you tell me that I had y'all's names backwards?" Because he continued to call Radar Lonnie and
Oh yeah.
me Radar, so
because you both answer to it.
we just go with it.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Well, we really appreciate you guys coming all the way down here for it,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah, thank you.
coming on the air with us and sharing your.
Are you familiar
story
with our
about your
show?
truck.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
listen to it. You watch it every
you get
Saturday
it on the internet.
Oh yeah.
While he raises turkeys.
while he raises turkeys.
And
How
he
many
wa-
turkeys on the farm right now? Alive.
We,
Alive.
yearly we go. We have about 65,000. So
65,000 to fill up the Astrodome and beyond. Can you imagine
crazy.
taking up a
So-
seat?
Do you don't remember Don? Don used to work for WKRP
Cincinnati.
in Cincinnati, and they did the flying turkeys out of the helicopter. That's this guy.
You did see
Les
that episode,
Nessman.
right?
I think I, yeah.
Yes, where they had the famous turkey drop.
Yep.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. And they dropped them out of the helicopter, and they were
They'll go on
crashing all
YouTube
over
and
the
look
place.
it up. I think they're too young for all of that.
Yeah. So there is that. And,
So you do know turkeys can't fly, or
Oh yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Just making
well, at least the ones that he
He's
has.
been to
the
college.
65,000 that he has.
65,000. How many acres of property houses 65,000 turkeys?
So we have five farm facilities and 12 barns, and then
So how many acres?
it's
the
kind of
farm sites and our cropland, we have about 850 acres.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow.
but yeah.
That's a lot.
And I guess the turkeys, for the most part, stay indoors.
Yep.
I mean,
At
they
30
couldn't survive
at 35 below.
45 below. No.
They
Well,
would
at
have a
35
bad
below,
time
that's
last
just
weekend.
before
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
you don't have to worry about freezing them that way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, just
So they go
package them up, feathers
So
them
they
all,
go
and ship 'em
straight to the grocery store from your farm.
Talk about fresh.
Right.
Yeah, farm fresh. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. It's good to see you.
Beautiful
Welcome
truck,
to
by
Texas.
the way.
Thank
Very
you.
beautiful
Thank you.
truck.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah,
Really
be-
caught
take
our
that
attention.
card and be sure and look us up. And thanks again. We appreciate you
good. Thank
stopping
you.
by. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming.
It never ceases to amaze me the businesses that some of these people are in. You would never think that a guy that raises 65,000 turkeys would be into trucks.
Yep, and would drive basically 24 hours to an event, and you know that stuff like that. This is why I do it.
That's what
I
makes
do
it
it
fun
because
as well.
of that right there.
Yeah.
Because Todd and I, when we were going to car shows and stuff like that, we were never. They didn't have events like this. We went to rod runs and hot
Right.
rod shows.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So they
Cruise-in type
had no
things.
events like that.
And
for
if you were
us.
bringing your customized mini trucks, maybe even got shunned by some of those
definitely,
people there
definitely.
as well.
But what I loved is the mix that a lot of stuff that I did on my mini truck back in the day was from hot rod trucks. Back then, when we shaved the handle and the tailgate, my Ford Ranger, what I did is I got it off of one of the step-side Chevy trucks, and they had seat belts that they cut off, and you put the female side of the seat belt on the bedside, inside on the bedsides, and then the tailgate, you put the other one, the male that goes into it, and you line it
To
up,
lock it
weld
up.
it up, and that's how we would do the relocator kit because they didn't have one. No one made one until years
Right. You
later.
created
but
it.
we got it from the hot rod shows.
so somebody had done it,
Yep.
kind of
Kinda
borrowed
like-
their idea.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do is I want all of this stuff to be that is, you know, I want other groups to come out here and see something that's done on this truck over here and say, that's what I want to do to my truck, or change it up and do something else. This is what it's all about.
Listen, when I was doing the car show circuit back in the day,
1900s.
we go to these things and we would. That's what you do. You'd steal this idea from this guy, or go over here and say, "I like that, but I want to do it this way."
Yeah, I want to do the different hand crank to get the engine going, and yeah.
You know, they kind of get your gears turning.
You know
on.
what? That's it. He's out. I'm just teasing, but you need to stand by because we
Okay.
need to go into the next hour.
Okay.
So we're going to take a break on the In Wheel Time Car Show. We invite you to stay with us. We'll be right back.
Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, March 20th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods, all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, March 20th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise in, March 20th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy, weather permitting. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? Well, you found it. You're listening or watching In Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin, His address is jeff@nwheeltime.com. If you're in charge of your company's small, medium, or large business anywhere in the U.S., let the On Hold Company help you retain customers and promote your business on your telephone system. Promote special sales or company info when placed on hold. The On Hold Company provides custom on-hold messages with professional male or female voices, licensed background music with no long-term contract, no monthly recurring bill, and updates your messages as needed. Call the On Hold Company at 713-223-HOLD or go to onhold.net.
From the 10th Annual Lone Star Throwdown in Conroe, Texas, it's the award-winning all things automotive car talk show in Wheel Time. Just ahead, more participants, visitors, maybe a vendor or two at today's Throwdown. We gaze into our weekly events calendar, and we'll have the stories making auto news headlines this week. That and more just ahead on today's In Wheel Time Car Show for Saturday, February 27th, 2021. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeffrey Zekin, and our chief engineer, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. We got a guest lined up. He's coming along here in just a minute. But in the meantime, and in between time, I have something for you to do, okay?
Yes, sir.
And that would be the racing calendar that we didn't get to last time. We didn't get to the racing calendar, and we're also going to do the car clinic, I guess.
Yeah,
if you want to.
Yeah. Well, you know, racing last weekend was the road course at Daytona for the NASCAR guys, and what a race it was right up to the end.
Oh my God!
That
yes.
was so exciting to see. Holy cow, that's a beautiful truck as well.
That is beautiful. I love the color.
And then this weekend they're going to be in Homestead, Florida. So this is like 3 races in a row in Florida. But Florida being open, it's going to be a lot easier for them to do that down there. And then next weekend is going to be in Las Vegas, the NASCAR guys. And then Phoenix, Atlanta. And then March 28th will be a hoot. The dirt track at Bristol. They brought in so much dirt. It's like 12, 13, 14 inches deep. The dirt is around the whole Bristol track and then packed it in.
Is that next weekend?
No, that's the 28th of March.
Oh, 28th. Okay.
Going dirt tracking.
And then Texas-wise for NASCAR, May 23rd is going to be at Circuit of the Americas. And I sure hope Mars is working on getting us there for that, because that'll be a blast as well.
Well, if nothing else, at least he could do is get us some tickets.
That works for me.
Work on that.
You've been challenged. Indy cars really don't start up until April. NHRA is the 14th of March is Gator Nationals. And I was looking at Erica Ender's Facebook page, and she's at the Door Slammers Invitational this weekend. So that should be a lot of fun. It's all the Pro Stock guys are going to be there. So it's kind of like I'm taking it like a bit of a testing tune for the NHRA Pro Stock guys. And then Formula One starts the 28th of March as well. So lots of stuff coming.
Okay.
And we have a new guest here.
Yes. Are you Frank?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Frank Recklin.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming by.
Eye Candy Paintworks.
Yep. Out in Arizona.
You're in Arizona?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
My wife's in Arizona today
Is
at
she?
a wedding in Scottsdale.
How far away are you from Winslow, Arizona?
A few hours.
A few hours. You got to hold that microphone nice and close. As we laugh at Mr. Mars losing his sheets of paper over here. So tell me about that vehicle that you brought there. It's a GMC?
Yeah. It's
what year is that?
It's a 1963 GMC built by Trey 5 Customs.
Where are they?
Arizona as well.
Okay.
We're both located in Peoria. We're right next to each other.
So did you find that truck and take it to them to build it,
Or they bring it to you?
Well, we picked it up and decided together we were going to build that truck. It's,
Together?
Yeah,
Cool,
it's my shop truck.
The shop truck?
Yeah.
Dang, brother.
And I drive the shit out of it, too.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like it's been driven at all.
Oh,
Did
it
you
has.
drive it here?
No, it got trailered here.
Yeah. Well, so tell me about the truck. It's unusual, and I love the paint job, and I love what you've done, the way that you've differentiated the actual grill, because really the hood is part of the grill in the factory eye, but you kind of separate it, and it really does look good.
Thank you. Well, I wanted to do something a little bit different, and, there's a lot of C10s out there being built right now, and it's kind of tough to stand out from everybody else, so We've done a lot of trucks where we've done silver on silver, with billet wheels.
Yep.
It looks really good. And so my thought was, well, why not do gold on gold, but give it kind of an accent? So the paint is actually a VW color, Audi color, so it's a factory color that can be matched if it gets in an accident or anything like. Yeah. So kept it simple there. The wheels, the grill, all the accents is actually powder coat.
Powder coated.
Yeah.
My goodness. Okay.
Yeah, had that done at Pacific Coast Powder out in California. They did a fantastic job, knocked it out of the park. It's got a big block in it. Decided to do that instead of the typical LS motor you see underneath the hood.
Is it fuel injected?
Yeah, it's got a Vitec on it.
Yep. And did you custom make the bed cover?
Yeah, that was also made by Tray 5 Customs. There's 4 13.5-inch JL audio subs in the bed. So it's got a blow through blowing into the cab, so nice and loud. 2600
blow
watts.
through.
Nice and loud.
Oh,
A
yeah,
blow
nice and loud.
through. Is that a real term, or did you just make that up?
That's a real term.
It is a
Yep.
blow through.
You're showing your age, Don.
Yeah.
I do it quite frequently these days, as you can tell.
Don's thought of blow through before, but had nothing
Well,
to do
it
with
was
speakers.
that,
Be a
it's a
little different
different
probably,
blow
huh?
through, Don. Okay.
That's exactly right. I went to the doctor, and he helped me get that going. Anyway, I love that. So it's got
Thank
a
you.
big block.
Yep.
Have you put it on a dyno?
Not yet, no.
You've not.
That's these clowns
the-
right here. This is the builder right here. This is Jeremy and Hector.
Okay.
Payo.
Well, I see death coming in that contraption.
Yeah,
there.
That's their
At
latest
least,
shop
at least
truck.
a lot of pain anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well,
is this your first show?
With the
LSD?
truck? Yeah.
No, with you. Have you been down here before?
To LST? No, I have never been
Oh,
out
so
here
this
before.
is a first for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought that Suburban over there.
I love the Suburban.
And,
What's the color on that as well?
That's a secret as of right now, but that is also an OEM color, but he just
Oh, it
doesn't
is?
want to release it right now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it looks
we
really
get
good.
We get that asked a lot when we do stuff through our social media. What color is this, and what'd you do here? And
But that's not that's not metallic though, is it?
oh, it is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, from this
Yeah.
far away, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, the sun's behind the clouds again.
Yep.
Now, are you close to a major city in Arizona?
Phoenix.
How far is Phoenix?
A few miles. I mean, we're all. It's
Oh, it's a suburb.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
okay.
in Peoria. We're right next to the Cardinal Stadium, actually. so-
Okay, very nice. All right, because I didn't know.
Oh.
Peoria could have been Illinois.
No. Arizona is pretty big, but yeah.
Yeah. So you get a lot of your business, most of it, from the Phoenix area.
No, surprisingly, it's
No, you don't.
all over the United States.
Seriously. So you
Yes.
have that kind of a reputation.
I guess
Wow.
so. Yeah.
Well, good for
So
you.
how long have you been doing this?
30 years.
How many?
30 years.
You're
I'll
not
be,
old
you don't
enough to
look
be
that
I'll
30.
be 46. I've been painting since I was 15, 16 years old.
Wow, man! Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're damn good.
Thank you.
Yeah, to stay in business. How big is the shop? How many vehicles you got in there at a time?
Well, our shop's 5,000 square feet. Their shop's 5,000 square feet. So together, we're. Oh, that's right.
7,600.
70. That's right. He
His
bought,
is bigger than yours.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it is. Yeah. We probably got 30 cars between the two of us there, maybe 15 each, maybe.
So it's workable. You've got a workable staff that isn't so huge that you got this department a couple of blocks away. And
Correct.
Got it. I got you.
So-
and you guys work hand in hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You do the paint, they do the metal work, or
Yeah,
you
they'll do the
metal work as well.
They'll do the fabrication and the metal work, and then it comes over, and sometimes we redo their metal work. Where's he
I
at
don't
for
know.
that one?
Yeah, he was going the other
Yeah,
way.
now he's all of a sudden he's gone. No,
So who does your interiors?
Elevated Design. Steve Yu, who did mine. Actually, it's a TMI interior. He matched some of the stuff to that, and then we did some paint inside. There was some satin color.
Yeah. How long did it take you to build that truck, as far as days of actual construction are concerned? Because since you work there, I'm sure. Well, we got this job that's paying. We're going to put it back on the back burner.
It's hard to say exactly how long it took, but I've had the truck about a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
So, that's actually pretty good. I thought you were going to say, yeah, we've had it for 5 years and it's been an
No,
evolution.
typically we'll do 3 to 5 to that level a year.
3 to 5 to that level.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All the way done, everything from the bottom up.
So your bread and butter is really the guy that has the truck like that one there, that he wants some custom stuff done to it, maybe a little paint work, get it in, get it out, couple, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
You'd think so, but we do insurance work. We do pretty much anything and
Gotcha.
everything there.
Because that's really the
So
bread and butter, right?
It's not just custom work that you guys do.
Correct.
You'll shoot anything. That
your
somebody's-
toenails. I'll paint those if you want.
Promise? Don,
What- hey,
can
So,
you,
Don,
whatever pays.
He knows you, Don.
can you match the color on the Suburban?
I'll give it a shot.
That's funny. So this is your first show.
Not my first show. This is my first LST.
LST.
You know, I've been doing it for
That's
a long
what I
time.
meant,
I've been,
yeah.
you know, we attend SEMA. That's actually supposed to have been a SEMA truck for TMI, but obviously SEMA was canceled this past year, so it didn't quite make it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's normally what we do. We do 3 to 5 a year for SEMA, plus we do all kinds in between insurance work to custom paint and everything else.
Do you know that Lonnie runs the thing? Have you found that out?
Have you met Lonnie?
Maybe a long time ago.
Hey,
How
Don.
you doing, Lonnie?
Lonnie is one of the founders of LST.
Very nice.
There's only 2 of them.
We've learned earlier that they're interchangeable.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so.
Awesome.
Yeah. So how did you find out about LST? LST meaning Lone Star Throwdown.
I mean, probably 20 years or so ago, I went to Texas Heat Wave. So I've been to that a couple times. I don't know if you've been to that or not. Maybe back in '99, 2000, I debuted a Lincoln Town Car out here, an orange Lincoln Town Car with graphics on it.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
It was a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
No,
But that's
So how did that parlay into being here today to find out about?
that's
Lone
actually
Star?
all Jeremy's fault. You know?
Jeremy.
Yeah, he made me come.
Tray 5.
Yeah, Trey 5.
Okay. So
I usually don't leave the shop too much unless I'm at home with my family.
right.
So getting me to come out and do something is usually pretty rare.
Well,
I
welcome to Texas.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Did you bring the family
you.
with you?
No. The wife's at home. She runs the shop in the front while I work in the back.
Yeah.
So she's back there with the kid and taking care of everything.
Yeah. There's the other half of the Lone Star
Oh, there he
Throwdown.
is.
there
Yeah.
he is.
That's good. That's perfect. Just keep on trucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to come back next year?
Maybe so.
What do you think of the event overall since you've been to a few
So
over
far,
the
it's
time?
pretty cool.
Is there what is it that makes this different from the other shows, or is there any one thing, or is it the whole thing?
Maybe just that I brought my own personal ride out here this time. You know, usually that opportunity doesn't happen very often. This is only the second truck that I've actually to this level completed for myself. Usually, it's living through the eyes of a customer and making them happy and
Yep.
doing it for them. You know.
Yeah.
But you said you had built that for SEMA,
Yes.
just as a way to display what you and Tray 5, what
Correct.
Eye Candy Paintworks
Yep.
and Tray 5 do?
Yep. Yeah. I was just looking for something new to do, and I decided I was going to do a pickup truck, and we found this one, and
So
there it is.
I want to focus back on the truck, the GMC. What year did you say?
63.
63. Now, does it have the stock frame on it, or did you redo the frame?
Porter-built frame.
Okay, so it's got a custom frame on it. And how was that transition to make with the body?
How was it? What?
How was the transition made between?
Was the frame made
the
for the
body.
body? Did you have to do custom mounts on
He
it?
had to do a little bit of modification to it, but that's his department, not mine. You know,
Right.
He makes them shitty. I make them pretty.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad that worked out for you.
It did. No, we like to bust each other's balls quite a bit.
Yeah, I could tell that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have a good time.
So do we.
And
I see that.
so I mean, when you take the original frame out from under it,
Uh-huh.
what kind of challenges are there to keep the body from not getting all twisted up, messed up?
All kinds of challenges.
Yep. Did you have to reinforce it inside before you took it off?
No, not in this particular situation.
Okay.
We have before with other projects, but with this one here, I let them do all the fabrication, get it built, make it a truck, mock it up completely, motor, everything, so you could actually, if it was wired, you could drive it. And then it comes to us, we do all the body work, prime it, block it, block it. We send it back to him. He blows it apart. Once it's apart, it comes to us. We do the body work on the firewall. We paint the firewall. We jam it while the frame's out to powder coat. So it's a pretty good process we have, and we can turn the truck out like that in 3 to 5 months, roughly. If
Nice.
At that level.
So
Yeah.
because y'all are close together and you work so well together.
Correct. Right next door to each other. So it's actually really nice. It works out really good for us.
Hey, how long have you guys known each other?
Oh, shoot. Probably 25 plus years.
Okay, so it's been a long time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You've worked this out amongst yourselves and had 25 years to perfect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you do your own paint mixing there?
Oh, yeah.
Do your own custom colors as well?
Yeah, I try to steer people away from custom colors just because they're not formulated. And, nobody ever thinks about tomorrow, today, as far as you get in an accident, kid hits a broom against it, whatnot. So I try to push people into, formulated
Been there,
colors.
done that, and I'm on your side.
Something you can repair,
later,
and then I'll
repair.
print out a little color code and stick it in their glove box or something. So if they ever take it, somewhere else, they can get it
matched.
get it repaired and get it matched. Yeah.
Well, Frank, it's great to have you stop by.
Thank
we
you.
really
I appreciate
it. Beautiful truck.
Thank you.
Welcome
it
to
really
Texas,
is,
and
really.
thanks for coming
It's
by.
Very much.
eye-catching.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's eye candy.
It's eye candy. That's right.
It's great. Okay.
Frank,
Well, that's his next business. Could be eye catching next to
Yeah.
eye candy.
yeah.
I
you,
appreciate
sir.
it. Thanks, man.
Yeah. So, Lonnie, I mean, it seems to me, he's a perfect example. This is his first actual show here that he's been to.
Yeah, and just like he said, he doesn't go to events. He doesn't take his, he lives through his customers' eyes. So his customers are the ones that are usually going out there. And here he is. We brought him out back to Texas where he hadn't been here in 20 years.
Yeah. That says loads about the show, what you put together here.
And
And
brought
then
his
what brought him
SEMA
out-
truck
Yeah, and
that he
what-
couldn't show at SEMA, and he brought it here.
And what brought him out was Trey 5. So Trey 5's been a vendor already. So Trey 5 was kind of the connection between getting him to come out of here again.
Well, I thought that was
okay.
pretty cool that he built the truck for SEMA, and since that crashed and burned,
Yeah, there's a red Ford that's in the exhibit building too.
That was built for SEMA.
El Diablo, and it's a really nice truck, and it was built for SEMA as well.
Interesting. Let's talk about some of the vendors. I see Extensive is here.
Yep, Extensive is here.
they always get a prominent parking space.
Yeah, they've always had that. They used to be back down there, and then they moved to this corner over here to get a little bit more room, and it's right on the corner of where
Judging
comes through, and they make the right to come back down here. So they definitely bring out a lot of vehicles that have been on the show and haven't been aired. Sometimes you get those vehicles out here as
preview of
well.
it?
Yep, absolutely.
Well, they did, you hear us talk about tailpipes and tacos, and they did Stan's Cadillac.
Yep.
And the last couple of times, Stan's actually had the Cadillac out there, the tailpipes.
Yep.
And, boy, he loves that car.
Yeah. Well, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sailboat without the sail. Thing is huge.
It's a barge.
Yeah. So they're one of the this big sponsors that you've got here, a vendor. And I know that they draw a lot of attention because of the television show.
Yes.
But you've also got the wheel company that's inside.
Yeah,
Not only
of
do they
course.
have the wheels on display, but trucks. And,
From all over the country.
Yeah. Yeah, and that in itself is an attraction.
Yeah.
That's in the barn.
Yeah, American Force has the whole arena. They call it the American Force Arena, and they fill it up with everything, with all their wheels and the vehicles with the wheels on it. So.
And you want to come see what they have in person, here's the place to come.
Yeah,
because,
here's the place.
Oh, my gosh.
Even on display and on the vehicles, different tire combinations.
Do you think that they're the biggest wheel supplier to all of these trucks out here?
If they are?
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many. The wheel manufacturers,
They're just like everybody else, hundreds of them.
Yeah.
But they understand this clientele as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's more of the lifted stuff.
Right.
They have another, alternative brands, not the American Force name, because that's Will Pros is the the company. So they have just about everything. American Racing is inside. They make more of the sports.
I'm familiar with them.
Wheels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same company.
So how does it work when you set this up? For instance, I mean, you got
this book.
That book. So you got a vendor there, and you got all these vendors here, and obviously each vendor's got their own display with the truck out in front. What about this truck here? Is that all Alamo Customs?
Alamo Customs has everything that's on the concrete space up here, and then off to the right, and he's another one. He's a paint, body, and collision. So that's
Alamo?
where they get. Yep, Alamo Customs.
Yep.
And there's Daniel. He's our muscle.
No kidding? Really?
He's our muscle.
I can see that.
So Alamo Customs is out of Houston, or they're out of San Antonio?
Down in Alvin, Texas,
Alvin, okay.
just on the outskirts of Houston.
Several years ago, I shot 2 or 3 of his trucks for some magazines.
You shot them?
When I was doing freelance work. Took pictures.
Photography.
Yeah, photography.
Because you got to be careful how you use the word "shot them"
in Texas.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I took some pictures of them for a magazine.
Pictures. That's it. Now I can relate to that.
Did they call them pictures in your day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
they did call them pictures.
They had a hammer and a chisel.
Photographs.
Photographs.
Phonographs.
You know
and
what?
phonographs.
A rock and a
it's
chisel?
very easy for me to just push this chair back and just walk right out there.
You'll fall over if
He's
you
done
do, 'cause
that
that chair
before.
is stuck.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't get out. So another idle threat.
So what other big vendors do you have here that of note?
We have PSE, which is our title sponsor. We got All Out.
What is PSE?
Power Stroke
Stroke Ingenuity.
Ingenuities.
Oh, okay.
the guys that we were talking.
Okay.
And then we got All Out Off-Road. They have 5 or 4 Houston locations.
God, I remember when they just started with one,
Yes.
barely.
Yes.
And now he has, Chance's really become a good sponsor to us. We've had a good relationship over the years, and we love working with him. He's easy to work with.
You know, and on that note, I have not seen as many off-road vehicles go through here. These are more street vehicles. Am I wrong? Tell me.
There's a bunch here. I mean, we do.
There's a lot of off-road.
Yeah, I haven't seen
a lot
the
of them
big
are inside
Jeep
the arena.
contingency.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of Jeeps have gone by, but not just a zillion of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at the color on this thing.
Yes.
I
That
love the
is-
way he's the second one I've seen with the center caps like that. That
They float.
The
They float.
non-spinners.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's so cool.
You could put that on the in-wheel time machine.
That's what I'm thinking. Put an IWT right there and kind of let it.
I think, and you know what? I'll bet you there's a customizer out
There's
here.
a vendor here
that
will
would
sell you that.
That's exactly right. And matter of fact, you do need some wheels and tires on that thing.
We do. We do.
You probably
Oh,
take
you
some
do.
takeoffs of some of these here, because I'm sure some of these had some nice takeoffs.
I'm working on that.
What haven't we talked about? Oh, we haven't talked about the food trucks.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
17
yeah.
food vendors. Food, drinks, beverages, teas, tacos, pink tacos. I know you like the pink tacos.
And you know, they're okay. I had one last year. They're fine.
And the tea.
This year, I think I'm going to go for a hot dog.
A hot dog.
I'm in a hot dog kind of
Yeah,
mood.
you seem like a wiener guy. So there's corn dogs. They got
That would be
wiener
my
and a
daughter. She's into corn dogs.
Okay.
I'm not such
funnel
a.
cakes and
Yeah, no, not so much. I'll take the hot dog though, foot long preferably.
okay. Well, they got enough of
Bigger's,
them.
bigger's
mustard-
better.
You can put 2 together.
Mustard, relish, and onions.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's burgers, tacos. There's a little bit of everything.
Okay. Because I remember one of our first shows out here. How long have we been dating? 6, 7 years now?
I would say at least.
Yeah, at least. We've been dating for quite some time. And one of the first shows that we came out here, you didn't have that extensive a place for taco
Food
trucks.
vendors.
No, we had actually where we are right now is where the food used to be.
Seriously?
Yeah, we didn't go past this building.
Really?
It stopped right here. It was just over there. And we had the pond in the back.
I can't even imagine that.
Didn't use the arena. We had, probably, I think the first 2012 we had 600 vehicles, and now we have 2,500.
International. Did you see the Hudson that drove by before?
I missed the Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson
Yeah.
drove by before.
I love the hubcaps.
I like
The
the
old dog
6-cylinder
dishes.
power in it. Yeah. Well, it's quite the show.
Yeah.
Now, where does the public park?
Spectator parking.
Where is that?
That way.
That way.
It's
South.
So when-
South of the. You'll hit it first when you're coming in.
Oh, okay.
From. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, got it.
South side. I
All
can't. This is radio, so I can't point. Oh, I guess it is.
It's TV too.
Yeah, TV too.
We
So
do
I
it-
can point. That
You
direction.
can point.
But you're going to see, we have signs out there for spectator parking, so they'll see it.
Well, this
Pull
is my observation, and it's a good sign, is the fact that we're only coming up on 9:30 in the morning, and there are a lot of people here already.
Yep.
What we don't have is the steady stream of drive-bys here yet.
It's
Yeah, for the
steady, but it's
judging.
not as busy as it was last year.
Well, because
Yeah.
we were
I
noon to
think
2
we're early. I
then.
was going to say we're earlier, way earlier this time.
Right.
Yeah,
Well-
you're early in the morning, plus it was Friday last night.
Yeah,
They
and
went
y'all
out
had
partying.
some
It
people
was
could
Friday
get
last
judged
night.
yesterday.
Yeah, so they
So
got
last-
judged
last
yesterday.
year-
They're already parked, so they're already out there in the field.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but a
Okay.
lot of people just go drive around to see everything that's here. I remember when I had the rally here. Heck, I think I drove around about 3 times.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to see everything that's here on foot.
Yep.
It takes a little bit to get everybody going.
We need to take a little break here, and
Okay.
Okay?
Then shut
Okay?
up, right?
Shut up. You're on the In-Wheel Time Car Show. We appreciate you being here. We're live today from the Lone Star Throwdown in Conroe, Texas, at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds.
Well, you told me to shut up, so I wasn't going to help you.
I didn't want you to help me. I was waiting for you to butt in again so I could say shut up. All right, we got more of the show coming up. Stay tuned.
Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, March 20th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods, all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, March 20th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. The In-Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise in, March 20th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy, weather permitting. If you're in charge of your company's small, medium, or large business anywhere in the U.S., let the On Hold Company help you retain customers and promote your business on your telephone system. Promote special sales or company info when placed on hold. The On Hold Company provides custom on-hold messages with professional male or female voices, licensed background music with no long-term contract, no monthly recurring bill, and updates your messages as needed. Call the On Hold Company at 713-223-HOLD or go to onhold.net. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? Well, you found it. You're listening or watching In-Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In-Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff@inwheeltime.com.
From the 10th annual Lone Star Throwdown, this is the award-winning car talk show In-Wheel Time, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars in the yellow shirt there, King Conrad DeLong sitting next to me, Jeff Zekin with his butt up in the air over here, and our wired-up chief engineer, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. My God, that thing is massive. You can no longer see us because
that's an extensive built truck.
Look at the size of that thing.
Look at the shock mounting on it. The custom tubing for the shock mounting.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at this the wheels, the tires. My God, that thing is massive, man. You can't fit that in a parking garage. I can guarantee you that.
I could stand underneath it just about.
Yeah. There you go.
And then the high-rise.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining us today. Clearly, we're at the Lone Star Throwdown, which is a yearly truck event, mainly trucks, up here at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds in Conroe, Texas. And there is every kind of truck that you could possibly imagine. Yes, you can get him on here.
Sure.
Yeah, but he has to come over here. Who is this guy that we're getting on here? American Force Wheels. Okay, well, we'll talk to the wheel guy. You know, I love the truck bed on this. The truck bed cover.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. What is your name?
Jason.
Jason.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a last name, Jason?
I can't pronounce it very good, but I'll tell you.
Okay.
Sandusky.
Sandusky.
Yes, sir.
Like Ohio.
That's it.
No, but Jason.
I got that.
Okay.
American Force Wheels. Do you own American Force Wheels?
No, I wish.
Yeah, okay.
We're actually owned by Wheel Pros.
Okay.
So
and Wheel Pros owns not only American Force Wheels, but and I believe that Lonnie said earlier that American Racing Wheels.
Yep, American Racing, US Mags. There's a bunch.
Fuel.
KMC, XD, Moto Metal, Fuel.
Yeah.
And then we have a lot of car lines too: Motegi, Rotiform, Asante, Foos, Dub.
Really?
Yeah. So
you guys know how to cut some aluminum, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Now,
one or two, anyways.
Now, this is an interesting dune buggy here. I like it a lot, actually.
I think that's a hill climb.
Hill climb, whatever.
And caged like that because it ends up on its roof every now and then.
Yeah, like probably more often than not, I would imagine. But that kind of reminds me of the sippy hole kind of
Yep.
that kind of thing. Kind of.
So American Forest primarily dedicates their line to trucks.
Yes, all of our wheels are truck wheels. We dabbled in the car market a couple of years ago, but it just wasn't something that took off for us.
Well, American Racing does that.
Exactly. We have enough other brands that cover those lines. And then we just actually recently acquired TSW and Black Rhino. So we've got the truck market covered. But American Force has been, a forged wheel since day one. It's always been forged. And with a 3,500-pound load rating on our wheels, yeah, you see the big crazy trucks here, but just as many work truck guys, construction guys, tow guys use our wheels.
More guys that drive their truck every day for work want a little customization, and the first thing that everybody goes to is wheels.
Oh yeah,
that's right. That's right. So
yeah, and so do you sell the wheels direct? Or
no, we're actually just the manufacturer and distributor, or we sell to all the shops.
Yeah.
So we let the shops handle all of the retail sales.
Yeah.
So we always direct them to them. We have, 1,000 messages a day of how much are these wheels, and we'll direct them to their local dealer.
Right.
And we work really close with our dealers and protect them and appreciate what they do for us.
Now, is your office and the factory at the same place?
My office, no, but
where's your office?
my office is actually in Kansas City at one of our other Wheel Pros locations.
Yeah.
So we've got, I think we're up to 32 or 35 or something like that locations in the United States, and now we're in Australia and London too. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So your office is in Kansas City.
Correct.
Where's your manufacturing?
The manufacturing facility we actually just moved. So we've been in Miami, Florida. That's where we started. And this past year, we moved to York, South Carolina.
Okay.
So we basically tripled our footprint, and that'll help us triple our output. And like everyone, when COVID hit, we figured things would die. Everything would slow down. And so we thought, hey, this is a great time to move.
How'd that work out for you?
Bad. it went awry fast.
Yeah, because everybody's at home now and going, I really need some wheels for that'll be the easy thing for me to do.
Let's work on our trucks.
Yeah,
so,
we got time now.
Yeah, so orders tripled. It put us really far behind. And as you know, everyone's struggling right now with supplies and materials and things. And it's crazy. So we didn't foresee. Nobody foresaw what happened last year with sales, and
nobody.
I know Lift Kit, I know Undercover, and some of the tonneau cover companies are 2 or 3 months out as well. So
wow,
well, that's a big misconception with American Force is we stock nothing. All of our wheels are built when ordered. So when people say, do you make this in this bolt pattern? Yes, because we're going to pull a blank and cut it right then and there. So that gives us customization options too. So I can engrave your name in the lip of the wheel.
So I could give you my design, and you could cut whatever.
Well, we do the predetermined designs, but the hub-centric part of knowing what's going to be the hot seller when you come to a forged wheel is a little tougher. So mainly what we're cutting is the design, the bolt pattern, and then the hub-centric part.
Yeah, it gives you the flexibility. You can shift and change as the market does, but you also don't have to deal with all the inventory and all the overhead.
Right. So the only inventory we have is our blanks that we're getting. Yeah.
Even in like the lip of the wheel, y'all put, because I've seen like shops or some of our vendors, they've had their company name on the lip of the wheel.
Yeah, so when we do the programming, if someone wants that option, there's a small upcharge, and then we can put their shop name or their truck name or whatever it is in the lip of the wheel.
So if I go down to my local dealer here in Houston and I order up tomorrow, Monday, a custom wheel out of your catalog, how long is it going to take me to get that wheel back to my local dealer?
Well, before the move and we got way behind, we were at, a couple of weeks, and we were consistently improving that. Right now with back orders and stuff, we're telling everyone 9 to 12 weeks, but it's been a little better than that.
And that's really not that bad for custom wheels.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
I mean, if you're getting custom cut wheels.
It's not, but as we slowly dig out of it, we'll get back to that, 2 to 3 week, if not less. And the facility is state of the art and get just a lot of moving parts. And so when you move 2 states away, now you have to train new staff and new policies and new procedures. And in Miami, we were running 3 shifts 7 days a week.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know, we get one shift trained and staffed, and now we got to go to the next shift. So we're up to 2 shifts right now running, and we'll work on getting a 3rd one added. But it's just been, you know, we're constantly evolving and trying to grow, and we understand right now the lead times. I mean, we all hear it, so and we hate it too, but we'll get there.
Why are you in Kansas City? Because of the central location?
I've just always been there, and I can work from anywhere,
Right.
remote. I always have since I've been doing this this is my 4th year.
So you work directly with your dealers?
I work with the dealers, and then I handle a lot of our brand partnerships and sponsorship relationships, ambassadors, you know, our celebrity endorsements, and then I do
like us.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, I walked by and was like, "Oh my God, I got to get an autograph." And then Lonnie was like, "Well, why you're?" Yeah. And then Lonnie's like, "Why you're here? Why don't you say a couple words?"
See, Jason is who I deal with as for American Force, and now with other. He branched out, got promoted, or whatever he wants to say.
Yeah.
But now I deal strictly with him. So when we're emailing, personal relationship, you know, him and I are both in the same truck club. So we were in this before, but it's a business relationship that we have now.
Right.
And love the opportunity. I mean, it wasn't always Jason. Jason came in later on. So we started with someone else with American Force, but it ended up being Jason and happened to be a good friend. So it's I mean, definitely worked out, in the relationship that we have built with all of their companies here is tremendous, because without the vendors like Jason and them, American Force and everybody, this show can't go on. It takes the participants, it takes the spectators, it takes the vendors, it takes all 3 of those to make this go around.
Well, you know, with the popularity of trucks, and I mean here in the past, really in about the past 7 years or so, with the onslaught of everybody going to trucks,
including the manufacturers,
for their everyday driver. I mean, women, they got to have their truck these days. And let's face it, that truck right there, it's better than a limousine. Because not only have you got the limousine interior in it, now you've got the ability to tow.
And it has your wheels on it.
And a haul.
Yeah. There's another set.
And so, because American Force has been around quite a while. But
this is our 18th year.
18th year.
Yep.
So you have seen the tremendous growth and popularity of trucks.
And it continues to grow. We're constantly enamored by the people that come up and tell us our stories and use our wheels every day, and oil rig guys, and you know, just it's crazy. Construction crews, and I won't have anything else. And you know, some of our 19.5s, the load rating on that wheel is 6,500 pounds a wheel, and
wow.
We have tow companies and that haul, you know, yachts across the country, and we'll only use our wheels for the load rating. So it's pretty cool.
Is the throttle stuck, or is the idle a little high on that?
I'm going to say the idle's a little high.
Just a little.
I know.
No, it's stuck.
But you look at these as they're driving by, because I've watched you, everyone that drives by. You're looking for brand, but also in your head, you know that that's a 32 on a 12 or 14 or an 18 with an
I know the fitment. So from my
X
background, I've built trucks all my life. I've raced cars. Sorry, I had to look again.
I know. I've noticed you've checked them all out, but that's the business you're in.
It's a bad drug addiction is what it is.
I've got a couple of show trucks, and like Lonnie said, we're in the same truck club. We're in negative camber, and you know, I've got a couple of lower trucks, a lifted truck, that kind of stuff. So knowing the fitments and stuff and working in a shop and building stuff, I've always seen, but you know, constantly watching trends and what goes on and at shows and what's popular and what's not, and as we try to adapt to the market and things like that.
So do you see not necessarily today, but you may go to a show and see something that you want to bring into the American Force style?
Not necessarily. What I will look for is, you know, the difference in styles and things like that. And then when we get with our designers, you know, we'll take a number of things into consideration before we actually design a new wheel, not just from what we see in the truck market, but from everything, from a new Bugatti being released to, you know, what a factory GM wheel looks like on a truck to, you know, whatever it may be. So all kinds of different styles, because let's face it, like you said, as trucks gain popularity, a lot of these guys are jumping out of the car market or jump out of their brand new platinum truck into their Lamborghini and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things we look at when we design a new wheel.
One of the things that I've noticed is that the factory is actually looking at the popularity of aftermarket wheels and incorporating some of that look in some of the wheels, and they're always the upscale wheels on the vehicles.
Yep.
And so there is a huge carryover. I mean, look at the size of the wheels today. This brand new Tahoe that I'm driving, it's got 22s on it.
Well, I remember when I worked for General Motors as the field engineer in '99 when the 800 series pickup trucks came out. Everybody was upfitting wheels, and oh my gosh, the GM engineers had a bad case of the stupids, and the dealers wanted the income from upfitting wheels on it, and it took them to like 2001 before GM came out with their own set of custom wheels. And the biggest thing they had was a 20. I'm like, a 20 is nothing compared to what you guys are doing
I mean,
today.
what's the biggest size that y'all make, around 30?
We make a 30-inch wheel now, 30 by 16.
30 by 16.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you imagine 30 by 16?
No.
So what's crazy is when we first did the 30s a couple years ago at SEMA, seeing it on the truck, it's big. Let's face it, it's a 30-inch wheel. And you stand next to that truck, and you go, I mean, you see big trucks all the time. It's like, man, that's a big truck on 30s. You get that wheel and tire off the truck and roll it up next to you, and then it puts it into perspective of, holy crap, the truck that fits on is a big truck, So, but when you see them every day like I do, it's to me they're not big anymore. And
how big a tire do you put on a 30-inch?
It's a 42-inch tall tire.
42.
So
42 by 16.
42, 16, 50, 30.
So you guys have to have when you're doing these kinds of wheel fitments, you've got to have a pretty good relationship with a couple of tire manufacturers.
We
because
do, and
you could build a wheel that there isn't a tire to meet.
We had to get with Fury on that one and have the mold done for the 30-inch tire, so we had an option available because when we come out with that wheel, there wasn't a tire for it.
That's what I was thinking.
There was not a 30-inch off-road tire.
And the way to get it on the wheel.
Oh, well, yeah, because it's like
you
sliding
have to
O-rings.
mount them by hand.
Manual, yeah.
Yep. But we're all Wheel Pro's also a distributor for Nitto and Falcon, so we have a good relationship with those guys for a lot of the bigger sizes as well.
But right now the 30 is that Fury the only one? So is Nitto or anybody else going to make a 30?
No, because let's face it. I mean,
it's not
the market goes down when it's a 30.
We thought when the 30 come out that we'd sell a couple sets, and we just kind of did it at SEMA for, hey, you know what, we're gonna
because you could.
We're gonna lay it on the table, and here you go. And if you don't like it, too bad. And it took off. Now everybody wants 30, so we were like, holy crap.
So next SEMA, you're going to do a 36?
No, we're stopping it. You know what?
You say that now.
We already pulled it out and showed them, with the 30, and kind of everybody was scrambling to catch up. So we're good with the 30. It's a
catch up a
huge
little
wheel.
bit.
And it takes us 9 hours to cut one 30-inch wheel.
Seriously.
9 hours. So there's a lot
That's
of time.
a big block of aluminum, my
Just
friend.
one wheel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me ask you something. What does a show like this bring to your company?
Just brand awareness, and that's what we want. With American
So it's not necessarily the sale of the wheel, although I'm sure that's part of it.
Because you're the
Because
wholesaler.
you don't sell direct.
Yeah,
No, it's not. So as you see, we always do a show shirt with our logos and stuff.
Right.
So my guys in there will sell 500, 700 shirts this weekend, which is cool. That helps with brand awareness. You need shirts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need autographs. So, I mean, we'll go back down this road again.
The other thing is, and again, he's still doing it, is he's checking out every set of wheels that goes by. I think there's maybe 2 trucks he hasn't checked out because he's looking for the American Force Star in the center hub.
But the thing American Force always promotes is, with guys our wheels, we understand it's an expensive purchase. Our wheels are not cheap. So I try to get out and I shake
Quality
everyone's
never
hand.
is.
What's the most expensive wheel that you sell?
The 30s.
How much is
A
it?
set of wheels and tires, about 20 grand retail.
20 grand.
Gosh,
Yep.
you could buy
We're
your
in the
Corvette
wrong-
for that.
We're in the wrong dang business.
But if you go in the arena, there's 20 trucks with 30-inch wheels in there.
Yeah.
Seriously. We're
Easily.
going to have to go check that out.
They're all over the show too. But I try to get out. I try to shake everyone's hand, see who they are. Follow them on the page. Thank them for the business.
Yeah.
I get my video guys. We bring a video crew to all the show. We do. Our video guys are unique, and you'll go next week and you'll see recap videos posted Tuesday, Wednesday. Our guys do a recap video every day. So they have a guy in the van right now editing as the other guys are walking around the show shooting coverage. So it's pretty awesome. They do it. That's not our guys.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll see.
That's a nice camera set.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back to your story, you know, a lot of our vendors are his distributors, so he's in there promoting the company,
the brand.
But the end seller, as all of these booths out here, you can actually buy from them.
And we'll send them out. Hey, these guys are out here, or whoever, maybe whoever shops are here at the time. Go holler at them. They might have some show specials, and then they'll buy some shirts. A lot. Our merchandise has always been big. Everybody always wants an American Force shirt, and we try to always come out with cool new designs when we go to shows. Like this is our design this weekend.
Nice.
So. That camera? Oh, I didn't know we were on camera too.
Yeah.
God dang, I would have cleaned up a little bit.
No, don't bother.
Now everybody's going to see me looking at trucks.
So what does a company like Extensive, we'll use them as an example, what does a company like Extensive do when let's pin a wheel? Do they call you? Do they call somebody?
Yeah,
How does that work?
If it's just for a normal customer that, that wants our wheels, they'll call whoever their sales rep is and order a set of wheels. If it's a special build or something that's going to be on the show that they need, some help with or whatever it may be, they'll call me, and I get with the producers or with Bill, and Bill and I have had a relationship forever too, and then we'll figure out what we need to do, and as far as getting obviously the deal, media tags, magazine coverage, whatever it may be, anything to help with brand awareness. So,
and then when you come to an event like this, do you pick up a
God,
couple
I
of
love
shots?
this. I love this look. Pardon me for interrupting, but I really do like that look. What, what do you see there? Sorry. What do you see there?
The wrong wheels.
Yeah.
Okay, the wrong wheels.
Those are specialties. I know Willie really well, and he's a good guy. So
yeah, but I mean, I like the combination. I like the height of the tire.
Yeah. Yep. And Willie and them guys do a great job. So nothing bad to say.
Right.
We love them.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a Dodge.
Yeah.
It's a Dodge.
It's a Ram. It's not a Dodge.
Yeah, now it's a
Dodge
Ram. You gotta get it right. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah.
So will you have some shops, some wheel places around to come to you and say, hey, I'd like to become one of your
Well, the cool part about it now
partners.
is in the past, they would have to set up with American Force, but now we can direct them to Wheel Pros. So when they set up, now it gives them access to so many more things.
everything.
All the others.
So we own Ready Lift suspension, we own Gorilla lug nuts, we have tire distributors. So there's so many things now it opens them up to, as to where like a Keystone or a Meyer or a distributor that has all aftermarket parts. There's a lot of options for them, not only wheels.
That you
tires,
bring all of that to them.
Right, lug nuts, suspension companies, TPMS sensors. So they have a lot of options with us as well.
How does TPMS sensors? Let's use that for an example. So center caps, TPMS sensors, caps, all of those sort of things. Do you guys carry all of that?
Yes.
So it's a turnkey kind of deal.
Yeah.
So if I order a set of wheels, custom, everything you do is custom. Yeah, custom wheels. And do I need special sensors for that so the truck knows that?
It's not really a special sensor, but a lot of guys, instead of taking their sensors out of their factory wheels, will want an extra set. Because let's face it, the daily driver guys may want to pull their wheels off in the winter so they don't get beat up or
And
scratched.
flop them back and forth.
So depending on where they live, so then they can bolt their other wheels on and reprogram the truck and stuff sensors, and it doesn't have a low tire life.
So you need to know, as you're building these custom wheels, is it a Ford, is it a GM, is it a Ram?
Well, actually now the TPMS sensors are all Bluetooth, and they're all universal.
Commonized.
So you can put the sensor in the wheel. They're all the same now. They're all a rubber valve stem, pull through. Just like a standard, valve stem will be with a sensor attached to it. And then you can take the tool Bluetooth and wirelessly tell it, this is what car it is, this is the frequency it needs to be, and then you can program it to the truck, and there it goes.
So the industry's kind of come to you to commonize that, because that wasn't the case in 2004, 2005.
Yeah, before, you guys know how it was. There was 10 frequencies and
right,
everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
That's a beautiful car.
That is a beautiful car. Love that car.
Beautiful
my
car.
gosh, yeah.
And,
Sorry.
and
That's what we love about coming to this stuff like Lone Star Throwdown. Yeah, we do a lot of just solely specific trucks, but a lot of these guys do a great job at catering to so many different style vehicles. And let's face it, you guys know a lot of guys in Texas don't want to leave Texas. So we see stuff down here we don't see anywhere else because they don't go out
Seriously,
of Texas.
Is that right?
Yeah, there's a show every weekend somewhere in Texas. Why do they need to leave?
That's true.
There are a lot of
They
shows
haven't
in
asked
Texas.
us to come and do a remote broadcast from there yet. I don't know
Well,
why.
they're not
few of them
not
do.
big enough yet.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, when they step up, they'll be ready for us.
Well, Lonnie's going to be our connection because he knows
your connection.
He's a good one.
Yeah, he is.
So
he is. So, what are you looking forward to getting out of the show this weekend?
Just seeing all of our people.
Yeah.
Shaking new hands, meeting new people, meeting new truck builders. You know, seeing what that next big truck somebody's going to build. And the cool part about what you guys don't realize is we didn't have a SEMA in 2020.
Right.
So there's trucks that were to debut at SEMA that are debuting here.
You want that gold one right over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
we understand you have a red one inside as well.
Yeah,
That's
and there's Tweedy's Tire is bringing a Crew Cab 79 F250 that was supposed to debut on 30-inch wheels. Beautiful truck.
Sing. Come on, everybody
he
join
needs
in.
American Force wheels on that thing.
Oh, those are intros. I can spot them from a mile. It's crazy. When I ride with people in the truck, I can tell you what wheel it is driving on the highway. They're like, how do you know? I don't know. I just know.
But that's the world. That's what you do for a living.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. I just know.
Well, listen, man, we really appreciate you stopping
Very
by.
much,
man. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And,
we'll do it again next year.
Absolutely. Let's do that.
Awesome. And of course, I run up here to talk to the gate and didn't grab any cards, so I'll get you. Hey, come see me. I'll get you guys a couple of shirts and I'll get you a card. So if you need anything at all, let me know.
Thanks so much. We appreciate
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Jason Sandusky. Okay, with American Force Wheels. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you. All right, we have some things that we need to get to.
Thank you, Jason.
Now he's got me doing it. I'm looking at all of them driving by.
Those kind of things happen, don't they? I did want to get in a couple of headlines, if you don't mind.
Please.
Continental Tire of the Americas, LLC, recalling certain Continental, General, and Barham brand tires sold as original or replacement equipment. The affected tires were cured too long during production.
Eeks.
Over-cured tires may develop a break in the sidewall, resulting in sudden air loss or belt edge separation. It's bad. So be sure, if you have Continental tires, call Continental Tire Customer Service. There's a 800 number, 888-799-2168, because it's original equipment and aftermarket that could be involved in that recall, and that is major. Other recalls, including BMW, they got a whole list of BMW automobiles. Look at all of them, from basically the 2019 to 2021 model years, possible loss of braking assistance and ABS. Also, Chevy Tahoe and GMC Yukon from 2021, fuel tank may leak.
I heard that one.
Yeah, that's that's never good.
No. Creates a thermal event.
You think? Fuel holes may disconnect from the fuel tank on a 2021 Nissan Rogue. Electronic stability control malfunction on a Mercedes-Benz, mainly the GLEs and the GLS from 20 to 2021. A whole mess of Mercedes-Benzes, almost everything in the market. Emergency call function may be disabled. And incorrect airbag module parameters on the Audi Q7. Those are all of the recalls that came out this week. Go to safercar.gov. Do it at least once a month on your car. You put in your VIN number, and it will tell you about the recall. Now, the ones that I just mentioned may not be on their website today,
right,
but they will be probably in the next week. So go there. It'll tell you what to do. Contact your dealer, that sort of thing. By the way, I had to bring this up. Did you see this?
Yes, I did. That is the biggest windshield I've ever seen.
The United States Postal Service said on Tuesday that it had given Oshkosh Defense a contract to build its next mail truck. You're familiar with the mail trucks that deliver your mail now. Well, they're going away, and this is a 10-year plan for 230,000 vehicles.
That is
and you're
ugly.
You're going to look at this thing and you go, oh, my God, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen with that smashed-down nose. But your United States government has said, yeah, we'll do it. A $482 million investment for Oshkosh Defense.
That's the government at work.
Oh, my God. It is so damned ugly, I can't even begin to. You'll see it, and you're going to go.
And they can't produce enough full electric ones either.
No, but they're building them so they will be able to retrofit them when they're ready to do that.
So did you hear that Ford Motor Credit says they're going to allow Texans affected by last week's winter storm to defer a couple of car payments?
And actually, they're not the only ones, and I have a story on that also mentions the fact that if you are a purchaser of a new car and you cannot afford your car payment, call your lender, whoever that may be, whether it be through the dealer,
right,
the car manufacturer, or your bank.
Right.
Call them and let them know, and they will work with you.
I think that's
Texas,
pretty cool.
That is.
But I know some of that's contingent on being in one of the FEMA declared counties.
Well, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. Also, Ford said Monday that it's recalling 88,000 2021 model year F-Series pickups with improperly bonded windshields that could come off in the event of a crash.
Yikes.
So keep that in mind, too.
And the windshield is an integral part of the passenger side airbag. Usually it bounces off the windshield and then pops down in front of the passenger, so that's why that's pretty important that the windshield stays in place. Yep.
I didn't know that.
You'll see a lot of them when the passenger airbag deploys. It'll fracture the windshield right above the dash, center of the dash.
Huh. Hey, I wanted to remind everybody that we can be found on all sorts of social media as far as podcasts are concerned. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcasts, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Amazon, and Podcast Addict. And Wheel Time Car Show continues from the Lone Star Throwdown, the 10th anniversary out here at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds right outside of Conroe. So we invite you to stay tuned. We've got more of our show coming right up.
Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, March 20th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods, all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, March 20th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. The In-Wheel Time Car Show will be there, too. Get your ride ready, and we'll see you with the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise-in, March 20th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy, weather permitting. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? You found it. You're listening or watching In-Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In-Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff@inwheeltime.com. If you're in charge of your company's small, medium, or large business anywhere in the U.S., let the On Hold Company help you retain customers and promote your business on your telephone system. Promote special sales or company info when placed on hold. The On Hold Company provides custom on-hold messages with professional male or female voices, licensed background music with no long-term contract, no monthly recurring bill, and updates your messages as needed. Call the On Hold Company at 713-223-HOLD or go to onhold.net.
From the 10th annual Lone Star Throwdown in Conroe, Texas, this is the award-winning all things automotive car talk show In Wheel Time. Just ahead, a review of our new car of the week, the 2021 GMC Sierra 2500 Denali, the cruise-in calendar, this week in auto history, and some of the stories making automotive news headlines. That and more just ahead on today's In Wheel Time Car Show for Saturday, February 27th, 2021. Howdy, along with Mike out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeff Zekin, and David Ainsley, our chief engineer. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad you could join us today and in our remote studio out here at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds, the home of the 10th annual Lone Star Throwdown. Mr. Lonnie Ford, and it's good to have you with us. Thanks for staying with us.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you with us for the entire show.
Yeah, I usually don't get to do this, so this is really fun to get to do it.
Here comes one of my all-time favorites.
We love it. Love that. We love it, man.
Is a real early K5.
Yeah, that is the bomb.
Because there's no door frames on that.
Now, does it really have a 396 in it, or did you just put the sticker on there?
No, it could.
Wow. I was not. So was it what, a 67, 8, 67?
70, 71. That body style is 71, 72-ish.
I don't know. I can't tell. But the top is gone, which is a rarity because taking that top off is a real pain and it's real heavy.
Oh, and putting it back on without it leaking is pretty difficult as well.
Yeah, but at least it was a one of a kind, a first actually for General Motors
The
when
K5
it came to that.
Blazer like that. Yep.
Absolutely.
And they did that in an attempt to chase the Bronco, but you got to remember back then the Bronco was still the small truck.
A little bitty, little bitty thing.
Bronco and International Scout were the small SUVs of the day.
And we dismissed the International Scout back in the day, but now if you can find one, how popular are they?
Yeah.
We'd love to have one of those.
And expensive.
And expensive because they're all rusted out if they're still available.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guys that have put all that time and money getting rid of the rust and restoring the thing
ain't gonna let it go cheap.
Heck no, I wouldn't either.
Kind of goes along with that Bronco that was kind of in those same years. It's real popular.
The early Broncos.
Expensive.
Yes.
And there's a huge following for the early Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess what most people don't really understand is back in the day, rust was a huge, huge issue. And not only just in those, but in every car. I remember the original 240Z. Oh, my God. You couldn't keep the rust away from them. And we're talking about Houston, Texas cars.
And it wasn't until like the mid-'80s where they started using a lot of galvanized steel on vehicles. So that's part of the problem. You think about an original Scout or an original Bronco, you left the roof off of it most of the time, and if it rained, and you drilled holes in the floor to let the water drain out. And that's,
until it rusted, and then you just kind of let the rust holes work.
Yes, I have a friend of mine, Mike, the pilot that I work with. He's got his dad's Nissan B.
2000?
Yeah, something like that. Right. Oh, my, it's never left Houston, Texas. And it's got rust holes all across the top of the fenders. Just the way that it was.
And they probably make replacement parts for it. Somebody does.
I'm sure that they do, but still, I mean, what a shame. Today you wouldn't find that. Matter of fact, it would put a manufacturer out of business if that were a problem today.
Well, it didn't affect Chevrolet when you look at all those trucks and vans that the white paint just peels off of them.
Yeah.
It gives you an opportunity to buy one cheap and make a hot rod out of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all I can think of comes to mind is the Chevy van with all of the paint problems that they had with it from the factory.
Yeah, look at mine. 3-4 years later, and the paint's peeling off of it.
Oh, so I see that you found a guest.
Jeff,
is this the pink truck?
No, nope. This
Tell
is
them what it is. Tell them what you want.
Sammy Jo Andrew.
Okay.
And she's out here with her truck. It's an 86.
Yes, sir.
Dropped square box. And that's as far as I'm going to go, and I'm going to let her tell you about it.
Well, tell us about your truck.
It's an 86 step-side square body. It's on air. Body drops.
Oh, cool.
Now, did you bring this knowledge to the truck? Or, how did that work for you?
My husband, we've been doing this for, this is 10 years.
Okay.
This was our first show, LST 2012.
Were you into cars and trucks before you met your husband?
I was. So
you
my
were.
mom was a wrench turner and liked anything fast and loud. But I was a muscle truck girl. He's a mini truck guy.
Gotcha.
So 90s, he's got a 2-door Pathfinder that we're building.
Oh, wow.
We came 10 years ago in his 04 Silverado bags.
So
and I fell in love with the show scene.
So how did you, when you were 5-10 years old, how did you get looking at trucks and go, when I get old enough to have a truck, that's what I'm going to have?
I actually want a Chevelle, so that's been my dream car since I was 5. But my father-in-law had an 86 square body that I wanted something bagged. I have a laundry list, so everybody has a bucket list.
Sure.
I have a bucket list of cars.
Yeah.
So my husband does too.
But you're knowledgeable about this.
He's taught me everything. I went to school to be a lawyer, so didn't become a lawyer, but.
So what do you do for a living?
Behavior specialist.
Okay.
So I work with at-risk kids.
Okay.
Trying to teach them not to be jerks.
So to be so at risk.
Yes, and teach their parents too.
So what do you have a degree in?
My Bachelor's is criminal justice psychology, and I am a special ed teacher, so I'm certified in that too.
Well, thanks for that. That's
yes,
pretty honorable task as a special ed teacher. We know
teacher period, and then you go a step further.
I have a daughter that is a counseling psychology degree, so it's similar to what you have.
This is my release. This is my escape. This is when you get to unplug from everything and enjoy cool stuff.
Yeah. Now, do you get out there and wrench on the cars too?
I do. Everything we've done besides the interior and the little bit of paint I've done. We did the LS swap together. We bagged it together. He welds. I'm a parts girl and hold stuff and why do we do this? So everything I wanted to know why we were doing what we were doing.
Well, I mean, that's how I got going. I watched my dad do all that stuff.
Yes.
And so I asked all the questions, and I've just found it fascinating, and I loved doing the work and turning the wrenches and then holding the flashlight or hold this part or hold that up there, do whatever.
Yes.
And that, so we've got that similarity as well. Now, do you live in the Houston area?
No, we're from Central Texas.
Central Texas.
Yes.
Hill country?
Yes, we're halfway between Austin and Dallas on 35.
Okay, very nice.
Waco area?
Yeah, Temple, so a little bit south of that.
Yeah. So is this your first show here?
No, she just said they started in
2012.
Oh, okay.
LST
So this
was
is
our first together.
I got you. So this is kind of a yearly sabbatical for you guys.
It is.
Yeah. So and what do you have currently? Did you bring something here?
Yes. So I have my 86 square body with me.
Okay.
It's halfway.
Did you
painted.
drive it here?
Yes, sir.
You drove it here.
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of changes, modifications have you done to it?
So we
Did you
LS
stop
swapped
playing
it.
footsie with me?
I see it under there.
Kind of weird. He wants me. God.
We LS swapped it together in our garage. It's got the stock transmission on it though, because I had some bad luck with the donor truck I bought.
So it's got a 3-speed transmission.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, just because going down the highway, the fuel economy isn't as good until you put the overdrive in it.
Yeah. So, no, it's got overdrive. Hold on. It's got the 700R4.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold that microphone a little closer to you.
700R4. There we go.
700, okay.
Yeah. So we did that. We bagged it. I mean, it's been stripped down to the frame rails together. He and I. It's lift this.
So what kind of wheels are on it?
It's got the rally wheels.
Okay.
I got fat in the back, a little bit skinnier in the tire. The numbers, I'm not good with numbers. I don't remember numbers.
I love how she uses all the terminology, though.
Right? She lives in that world.
Yeah.
This is our pillow talk. This is, I mean, cars are what hold our marriage together. So.
See, really? Don?
That's where you went
That's
wrong.
where you failed 3 times. You needed a wife who was into cars.
And why does he bring that up at this time? You know,
As
I was having such a good time here and really enjoying myself, and then you brought that up. Okay, fine.
I don't.
They never do.
He's asking for a friend, of course.
Oh my God, they just won't leave me alone. I don't understand.
So,
okay.
what does your husband drive? Did he bring something, or did he just ride with you?
No, he rode with me. It was so sweet. He was doing a bunch of the last minute oil change and stuff to earn his ride. It was adorable.
To earn his ride.
That's what he told me.
To have permission to ride with you.
He says I just sit pretty. We just got an 90, 80. Shit, he's got a 2-door Pathfinder.
Okay.
No, we just got. We had the 04 Silverado that was his. We gave it to our soon-to-be 18-year-old son who traded it for his 96 hard body. So it's in the family. Our son's name is Chevelle, and he already wants a Chevelle.
Your son's name is Chevelle.
Yes.
What year model Chevelle do you want?
You wanted a Chevelle really, really bad.
He just wants any Chevelle.
Do they call him Chevy for short?
We do, yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all the kids want to chase him around?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, he makes the car noises. He does burnouts when he runs. And
so does Don.
Yeah, I was doing that earlier. As a matter of fact, you missed it.
Oh, man.
Sorry. So are you actually showing the truck here?
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
Have you already taken it through judging?
Yes, I did. I usually don't get judged, but my friend did an amazing job on the roof that he painted. It's got the flaked out lowrider pattern style on it.
Oh, wow.
And it for LST, and so I was like, let me go see what she can do.
Nice.
I come for the fun of it. I don't come for the trophies. I come to see everybody else's awesome stuff.
That's what we do. We come to look at all the
the new idea. I mean,
all the variety you get to see here.
And you know, I have to tell you that I've always liked that style wheel. I don't know why. There's just something that's attractive to me about that wheel. I like it. Right on. Yeah, exactly. Nice truck too, but I like the wheels particularly. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to divert there and go that route. We've been induced into the
wheel world. We talked to the guy from American Force. So he's got us looking at every set of wheels going by to see which ones are American Force wheels and then which ones we like.
And I didn't go crazy on my wheels. And everybody's like, so what are you going to put on them? Those. I just want them powder coated to look better.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know.
But you said you did go to a wider wheel in the back, though they're still stock looking.
Yes.
So that's a pretty
But
custom
the
touch, though.
Rally wheels on it, yeah.
Like it. There's nothing wrong with that, especially when you say the word Corvette. He's
a Corvette guy.
I'm a Corvette guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, we just became best friends.
Yes, exactly. Well, listen, we really appreciate you stopping by. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
So
great to talk to you.
when you get in your truck and drive around, drive by and honk at us and let us.
I'm right here, so you'll see
Okay,
me.
cool.
All right.
I've got a brown and gray and pink and purple. It's all kinds of colors.
We'll look forward to it. Thanks again. We really appreciate you stopping by.
This was awesome.
Thank you. So, Lonnie.
Yes, sir.
I've noticed that the traffic has picked up in front here.
Well, it's 10 o'clock, 10:15.
Yeah.
People were getting up from their late night partying and
getting
out.
Starting to move.
Getting out. Yeah, starting to
blood's
move.
starting to flow.
Do they have these kind of like parking lot? I wouldn't call them parties, but parking lot get-togethers in the hotels and stuff around here?
Yeah, most of your hotels are going to be packed with people, but they PSE does a Truckin' Thursday. So on Thursday, they all meet at a location, and they have like a car meet in the parking lot. And they'll do this one is I believe it was at a bowling alley. So they'll go in, party, drink, eat, and bowl. And
do they do that every Thursday or just Thursday here?
Thursday before LST.
LST. Okay.
It's
like
all
about LST.
Party.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool.
And there's tons of shops. Some of the shops open up. At night after the show and stuff like that, and have like little parties.
So did that did not start with the very first LST?
No, it just grew just like the show did.
Sure, because I mean that's
it's a
to
growth
me that
thing.
because sooner or later somebody's going to come along and say, you know what? Why don't we just put together a little thing for a couple of dozen people, friends of ours that are going to be showing here, and then that continues to grow and grow and grow.
Expand,
and turns out to what it is now.
Yep. I've got a connection with Houston Motorsports Park and Gina Shield Knowles and the racing series that she's got on there. And one of the last events that she had up there, come on up. We're all going to have a little parking lot get together after the race at night. And so a lot of the racers got together and sit around and have a beer and shoot the bull and that kind of stuff. And it's fun because you're away from the racetrack. And it's more of a one-on-one, personal kind of get-to-know each other kind of a deal.
Yeah,
and decompress.
Decompress and get to know other people, socialize. And it was a lot of fun. I hadn't done that since my Corvette Club days. Oh. And it was a lot of fun. And it was a different kind of a venue, with the racing thing. Because mine was mainly show car kind of stuff. But, each of these kind of socialization things, and that's what I would call this, because, you come here to be with other people that have a like mind.
Yeah.
So why not do that?
Absolutely.
Very good. Well, you just need to sit down here and introduce her because Mike has a good tendency to bring guests over and just kind of throw them in front of us and say, here she is. I'm going, okay, well, who is it?
Well, here she is.
Okay.
This is Samantha Markham.
Samantha,
Hi.
It's nice to meet you. And who are you with?
I'm with House of Hot Rods in Mansfield, Texas.
Where is Mansfield, Texas? I've heard of Mansfield.
It's up near Fort Worth.
Yep.
Yeah, it's off of 287.
Nice and close. Nice and close.
Debbie Lane.
There you go. Yeah.
So what did you bring?
I brought my 78 Thunderbird.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Your 78 Thunderbird. How
Yeah.
cool is that? Just to be
Yeah.
different? Or are you here in support of some truck that you've brought?
I mean, I'm here for me and here for my work specifically as well because I'm our social media and our photographer as well. I'm also an automotive technician and a fabricator for our shop.
So where did you
need to
learn
talk to
all
her.
of that?
I know.
I started learning from my dad when I was about 5. It was just, I had every excuse to be outside and wanted to hang out with them, and it was just a big deal to be out there, and it really grew my passion. I mean, it originally started when my mom got me my first Hot Wheels car when I was like 2, and then the addiction started.
So in other words, they wanted you to be a boy.
I mean, they didn't want me to be a boy. My mom worked in the coal mines in Wyoming in the 70s for Cummins.
Yeah.
So it's not like she raised me to think that only girls had to do certain things.
Good
I was
for her.
told I
But
could
you
do
weren't
whatever
restricted
I
for what you
wanted
wanted to do, yeah.
No, I wasn't restricted. If I wanted to have Hot Wheels cars, I could have Hot Wheels
Absolutely.
cars. If I had more sweet RC cars than more of the boys that went to school with me.
So you do a lot of welding as well?
Yeah, I've started learning welding. One of our master fabricators, Tracy Litton, he's been taking me under his wing and showing me how to do it. Him and I recently, he partnered and helped me design and build a cowl hood for my car. He helped me with the design and then completely let me edit and welded it up. And
good for you.
I was going to have it done for the show, but
do it
our
yourself.
paint department ran out of time to paint it. And
but there's always
paint
next
color
year.
I still have a cowl hood on it now, so it doesn't really matter. Because what matters to me isn't what's on the outside of the car, because anybody can have a nice paint job and all that. But at the end of the day, I can get in my car and drive it wherever I wanted. And you know who did that? I did that.
That's awesome.
And you know
Very good.
Who takes care of it when it's broken?
You.
I take care of it when it's
So
broken.
you drove it down here from Mansfield?
Yeah, I drove it down here. It was like 250 miles or something. Not a single problem, absolutely flawless in every single way. But I mean, I've been spending 7 years of my life building this car and daily driving it at the same time. Every time it would break, I would just fix it, and I would try to
upgrade a little bit in the process.
always upgrading it. I mean, when I got it, it was pretty much all original, completely stock. And at this point, there's not the housing for my differential is really the only thing that's stock at this point. And I mean, it went from being a 400 FMX car originally, and now it's technically a 435 cubic inch, but it's a 68 429 board 30 over 11-to-1 compression.
Oh my gosh.
Flat top pistons. Just, I mean, it's
Did
not
you build the
anything
engine
crazy.
yourself?
Yes.
You did.
Loads of
I
fun,
had some
isn't
help,
it?
but it was mostly myself. It was basically a time crunch situation. It was my only reliable vehicle, and the engine blew up. And at the time, I was building a 557 cubic inch big block Ford for it. But when that blew up, I had to just like scrap that, buy a
pick
complete
something that
engine
worked, right?
transmission, and then that ended up being a whole situation because 7 out of 8 cylinders, all the wrist pins were seized up, and then it was like, okay, now I got to get pistons, and it was like, oh, now I got to do the heads, and then it's like, well, if I'm going to do that, I got to do cam, so I just put a little stage 2 RV cam, nothing crazy. It's got a little bit of a load, but it's got good fuel economy. In town, I get about 12 miles to the gallon, and then highway, I got 21 and a half coming down here.
That's not bad at all with the 400 plus cubes.
Oh yeah, 11-to-1 compression and everything, and it's got Holley Sniper fuel injection, Hyperspark ignition system on it, so the Sniper completely controls the fuel injection, it controls my fans, it controls the ignition timing, so I never have to take and adjust the distributor. All I have to do is crack the bolt on it, and it's all good. And you know, I mean, I just got to adjust it on the thing, and you know, it's
that's what you want for a driver.
All of y'all's manhood is going like
I
this
know,
right
I
now
know.
because she is talking.
I'm slinking slower under the table.
It starts flawlessly. I mean, it was negative temperatures last week, and I'd go outside and start it flawlessly, but I can't take all the credit for that because I didn't tune it. Mad Science Motorsports in Houston tuned it for me remotely. Adam Lane, he's an awesome dude, also a veteran, so props to him for serving our country and being awesome.
Well, and that's quite a difference. I grew up in the carburetor era where, you know, you got to pump 2 times and pray that it starts and the choke works. Fuel injection is just the only choice for today's performance cars.
I mean, I lived the carb life for several years. I remember being 18 when I first got the car and had a 2150 Motorcraft 2-barrel on it. Oh. And, man, that thing was a nightmare because I'm from Upper Michigan originally. I grew up in a town called Atlantic Mine, Michigan. It's outside of Houghton, Michigan. Really small area. It's a town of less than 1,300 people. Well, 13,000 people, so it's not a lot of people. And we get a lot of snow and a lot of negative temperatures. Like the closest I've the coldest I've ever felt was negative 45 degrees.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And, I mean, anything past, like, negative 12.
Aren't you glad you're in Texas, young lady?
I mean, in the summers, not so much because I don't have air conditioning, but, you know, race car.
Yeah, but you can fix that. There's a place called Vintage Air sitting right over there.
I mean, I could do it myself, but I don't want to I don't want to drive anything but my car. I mean, I've been driving that car since I was 18 years old. That was when my mom, when she bought me a car, she wanted to get me something that would last my entire life and that I could build and it would help me grow my career. And you know what? It did. That car has got me featured in Hot Rod magazine. They did an online feature on me called Women Powered Wednesday on their website.
Oh, cool.
I've been featured for Speed Girls. I've been featured in The Drive. And thank you guys for having me on this podcast because it's pretty cool. It's the third one I've done, which is awesome. But
well, we're glad to have you on. You know, we want to support the what's going on here at LST. Absolutely. And bringing the variety of people that come to the show. You being part of it.
I did not.
No.
Hi, Lonnie.
How you doing? I'm half of what puts us on. Me and Todd, which we call him Radar. He's the other half of the show. Well, so we started it in 2012, and it's turned out to be a monster. A monster, a shit show.
Yeah, Justin Harrell, he's our one of our fabricators at our shop, and he helped convince us to come down here.
Good deal.
I work at House of Hot Rods, and I mean, we brought some competition here. Absolutely. With our 64 D200 dually. It's hard to beat Lunchwagon.
Yeah.
Like, at car shows,
have y'all seen that thing?
No,
you need to go and see it. Like, everybody needs to go see that truck because it's over there at the back of the American Force Pavilion, right outside the door. Like, as soon as you see it, there's a crowd of people, and then we got a flagpole with an American flag and an HOH on the top. You can't miss it. So you can go down there,
make
get
sure
some
we stop
free
by and take
koozies and all that. And
what year is that thing?
It's a 64.
Yeah, 64 crew cab dually.
Yeah, crew cab dually. It was originally a logging truck in Washington. It was super beat up when they got it. It was yellow. Like, if you look at the pictures of it, it's hard to believe it's the same truck.
We will definitely stop by and see
Paul
it.
Vaughn built it. And then we also have Chevpar, our 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 Chevy truck that's back there. It's a teal color, 426 Hemi, 727 automatic transmission. It's got exhaust cutouts, so, you know, it's got the loud mode, and then it's got the quiet mode, and Mr. Tracy Litton built that.
Is your car over there with it?
Yeah, the car's over there, so it's my car, Lunchwagon, then Chevpar.
Okay, so we'll get over there in a little bit.
Go look at the dually.
You can kind of point it out to us and give us the tour.
Okay.
Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate you.
Problem.
Okay, we'll talk to you again.
Awesome.
Time now for this hour's car review here on the In Wheel Time program. I had a chance to drive the 2021 GMC Sierra 2500, or as they call it, the HD.
The HD.
Available trim levels include the Sierra, the SLE, the SLT, the AT4, and the Denali. I had the Denali 2500 four-wheel drive crew cab, 3/4 ton pickup truck, and the government classifies this as a standard pickup truck. Seats up to 6 passengers. If you get the bench seat in the front, who does that? Exterior changes, well, it was all new in 2020. Exterior features include as big as a Greyhound bus. Almost. That was my first comment here. A huge squared off chrome grille on this thing. Big hood with vents. I mean, to stand in front of it, oh my gosh, to stand in front of the thing, the hood, that thing is absolutely awesome. It's a caterpillar. It has the hood is almost.
That is just crazy.
The hood is at my head height, almost. Massive wheel openings, huge retractable side view mirrors. What I liked about it, that new multi-pro tailgate, it is the bomb. And at this trim level, that comes with the multi-pro tailgate.
Yeah, okay.
It could use some retractable side steps. Are they available? I don't know. So I don't know how. With the long wheelbase like that, boy, I'd be afraid of high centering the thing and taking the steps
Retractables,
off.
they'll pop back up underneath the chassis. Just depends on whether or not they can get them to go down far
Interior
enough.
highlights include well laid out dash with a great instrument cluster and easy to use infotainment system. Heavy duty, high quality leather throughout the cabin. Huge center console. I mean, it's almost like a refrigerator without the refrigeration. What I liked about it, the limo-like roominess in the rear seat. Also, I did want to mention the fact that it has a stalk column shifter that seems to be dated.
Column shifter. That's unusual. I mean,
it's an automatic. It's an automatic transmission, but why do they still have it on the dang column? This new Tahoe that I'm driving today, push buttons. Give me that.
Yeah,
it's all about that. This came with a 6.6 liter V8 gasoline motor.
And that was news to me. I'll tell you, I was wrong. I thought 6.2 is the biggest they made, but no, Don made me say I'm wrong, and it's a 6.6. Good for them.
This has a diesel option. The V8 gasoline motor has 401 horsepower, 464 pound-feet of torque, where the diesel has 910 pound-feet of torque. 6-speed automatic transmission in the gasoline motor. It's a 10-speed in the diesel. Tow rating for the gasoline, 18,500 pounds. Haul rating, 3760. Miles per gallon is not rated because it doesn't need to be because it's a heavy duty. I got 14.4 miles per gallon over 592.1 miles, which I drove.
You put some miles on it.
95% highway driving. But I still ask the question, if you're going to spend that kind of money, why not get the diesel? Ride and handling, stiffer than a half-ton, but still livable. What I liked about it, it's all about the capability on these heavy duties. There is a ride quality sacrifice. Base trim price, $64,900. Prices tested, $69,000. Base model price, believe it or not, you can get into that heavy-duty Chevy Sierra, GMC Sierra, $40,100. Thank you very much. Competitors to this vehicle in base size and price. The Ford F-250 starts at $37,995. The Chevy 2500 heavy duty work truck is $40,340, and the Ram 2500 tradesman starts at $39,000. So they're all right there at about $40,000. So that is my review of the 2021 GMC Sierra. If it seems a little loud, here it is. There's a lot of big stereo systems in a lot of these trucks, and that's what you're hearing as they run by. Hey, I want to remind everybody that the In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com, along with Twitch. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcast, TuneIn, Google Podcast, Pandora, Amazon, and Podcast Addict. In Wheel Time Show continues from the Lone Star Throwdown out here at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds in Conroe right after this quick break.
Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, March 20th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto-mods, all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off at a friends and family event at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, March 20th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready, and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise in, March 20th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy, weather permitting. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? You found it. You're listening or watching In Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff@inwheeltime.com. If you're in charge of your company's small, medium, or large business anywhere in the U.S., let the On Hold Company help you retain customers and promote your business on your telephone system. Promote special sales or company info when placed on hold. The On Hold Company provides custom on-hold messages with professional male or female voices, licensed background music with no long-term contract, no monthly recurring bill, and updates your messages as needed. Call the On Hold Company at 713-223-HOLD or go to onhold.net.
From the 10th Annual Lone Star Throwdown in Conroe, Texas, this is the award-winning car talk show in Wheel Time, your go-to all things automotive place. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeff Zekin, and Chief Engineer David Ainsley. Don Armstrong here. So glad that you could join us. Boy, I'll tell you what, this has turned into quite the morning, because last year we were doing the show from noon until 2. And it was understandable that we would have this massive traffic jam right in front of our broadcast booth. But at this early in the morning, and to us it's still early in the morning, we have lots and lots of drive-bys, if you will. Now this is drive-by lane here headed up toward the judging. And so that's why there's this constant stream of traffic running by. And I like the paint job on the wheels and tires on this truck coming here. Lonnie, I think that you might want to tell us what you think about that.
I don't know.
That looks like oh my gosh, rebar tied to a tube, welded
with
to a factory wheel.
Hey Don, do you see?
They need spinners on them.
Look at the exhaust, bell box.
Dude.
And he's just coming back from judging, too.
No, he's headed to judging.
It says, don't hate the hybrid on the back of it.
Don't hate the hybrid.
You want to do any man on the street?
Lonnie Ford, not right in this instant. Lonnie Ford, who is half of the Lone Star Throwdown. Radar, his other half. Todd Hendricks is out gallivanting around looking for something, and he's not going to find it because it's all right here. This is what's really happening. Well, I'll tell you what, there certainly has been a stream of new vehicles. There's so many that I have not seen in shows past. And I guess that really is kind of the trend here. I mean, yes, there are some duplicates, just like you would have in any kind of a showdown or any kind of a cruise-in. But there's a lot of new stuff here, and these guys clearly are proud, like the one that just went by with the baskets on the wheels. That was clearly that, dude. You can't get any better than that, especially the mailbox exhaust tip.
You like that?
I did. I thought it was clever. A lot of ingenuity there. So one of the things that I have noticed is that there are some minor modifications to a lot of what looks like everyday drivers. But the one thing that is always a modification are the wheels. It's the easiest thing, I guess, that you can do, so why not do it?
Yep.
My question is, what happens to all of those stock factory wheels that you take off?
Little wheel shops.
What? What did you say?
Little wheel shops.
Little wheel shops.
Yeah, the one down on the corner.
So, what do you? I mean, I don't really know, to be honest with you.
I bought a set of them.
And I did too.
From a dealership to put on my daily driver on my Yukon. What's on there is a set of 2017 takeoffs.
And how much did those cost you?
I'm not going to give up how much I paid for them, but it wasn't very much.
The other thing
was it? Hold on, just a minute.
Okay.
Was it less than half of what they would normally cost?
Oh, way less than half of what it would normally cost. It was probably less than what it would have cost me to put 2 tires on the car.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So 2 tires on a truck, that would be like $500.
Thereabouts.
Got it.
And then I got the takeoffs, which were wheels and tires to put on my Yukon.
And were the tires in good shape?
Brand new, because they're brand spanking new. I mean, I was looking to replace wore-out tires on my truck, and Angie didn't like the 22s that were on it, so I took those off and put a set of.
And what did you do with those? Sold them?
Sold those.
You traded them in?
No. Just sold them a garage sale.
And that's what I do on the dually, on the one that we pull the garage gear trailer with. When I need tires for it, I go and I get takeoffs like from All Out or wherever.
Right.
And to get tires for all 6 wheels is the same price that I can get brand new takeoffs that have no miles on them, and I get a wheel, tire, the tire sensor, and brand new center caps. I take my wheels, I put them on Facebook Marketplace. I sell them, make money, and it's cheaper to buy everything off the takeoff.
Yep.
I shouldn't have probably put that out there because now everybody's going to do the same thing. So that's how I end up getting new tires when I need new tires.
And there's so many places that have takeoffs that are looking for an avenue to sell them as well.
Yeah, just want to get rid of them because a lot of guys don't save the factory wheels. I'm a factory wheel save guy, so when I buy an up model, I always keep factory so I can throw factories on it for.
And if you've got a wheel and tire shop that's selling 500 sets of wheels and tires a month, what do they do with the takeoffs? They're always looking for an avenue to sell them.
Man, maybe that's what I should do for my Corvette.
That's a different market, but yeah, it's a possibility. You've already got yours aren't factory wheels anyhow. At least
they're not
factory for your year.
And the other problem is with mine is they're staggered.
Smaller in the front and bigger in the back.
Yeah, and what I've found is because I was kind of looking at tires, and the problem is that they make the backs, but they don't make the fronts. Not at my price.
Oh, well, no, not at your price.
Well, no, I don't need Z-rated high-speed tires.
That is gorgeous.
Woo! That is gorgeous.
That is gorgeous.
Yes. There's a gal that we just.
That is gorgeous.
Look at that paint.
Jeffrey,
look at those wheels.
You're showing it. Okay.
That is just
It's
absolutely.
not only that, but it's a fleet side. And that's actually not a factory fleet side, but I love the look of that.
Just absolutely stunning, beautiful.
Isn't it?
Isn't
That is all custom side. That's not a cameo, is it?
I don't know.
No, that's beautiful.
And it looked like a cameo bed.
Yeah, it
smells
looked like
good.
A
You
cameo
smell
bed.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good fuel.
Is that legal
Love the
fuel?
smell of racing fuel in the morning.
That's racing fuel.
Jeff, have you decided to join us finally?
I did.
I know.
Well, I'm
I
glad
can't
to
hear
hear
anything, but I'm here.
Well, that's okay. You can hear me, apparently.
And you can hear Lumpy right.
Is
right
that an
back
old
there.
S10?
Yes, it is.
That's
S10
an
Blazer
old S10.
With a big old lumpy cam in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's cars for everybody here. You know, now we're starting to see more and more of the Jeeps drive by as well. And, you know, Jeeps, some of the most accessorized vehicles in the industry.
Well, because they're easy.
Yeah.
All that stuff just bolt on, bolt off. It's impressive.
And
The ease of it and the abundance of all of the different things that you can put on it or take off of the old one.
And then
I saw another a Jeep the other day that they had no fenders, no fender flares, nothing. It was just the bare body.
just a mudslinger.
Yeah, and because the wheels were hanging way out of the side of it. Pretty interesting. This one here's got a lot of money in it.
Oh yeah.
So.
Look at the exhaust.
But looking at the suspension and the way that you,
See, they do
Oklahoma.
nose up the differential.
See, it
to
has a
work on
blow
those
through.
angles.
I didn't see it.
If you look through the tailgate, the no tailgate, it's blown through the cab and the bed, so they cut it out. So that's what they consider a blow through. So all the speakers and everything, all the subwoofers are in the bed of the truck, and there's a hole cut through to the cab.
So you can hear it.
So you
I
get
call
the
that
sound,
loud.
Get
Loud.
the bass.
It's got the loud hole.
It's all
in
about
it.
the bass. But I can't sing that song.
Yeah, I was
it's a
gonna
cool
say.
song, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, we had rehearsal
Hit the
last
chorus.
night, and it wasn't this loud. This is pretty loud.
It is pretty loud. Well, if it's not the stereo that kills you, it's the exhaust. But I mean,
the smell of the race gas.
Is that what that is?
That's what some of it was a few minutes ago.
Yeah, that's
Where that
what that-
CTSV drove by, you could smell his race
Yeah,
gas.
he was
as
running
well.
a little rich.
I think he's running some.
This is. By the way, while we're kind of in a little bit of a lull here, can we go ahead and do your This Week in Auto History?
Okay. We'll get Jeffrey out here and
Jeffrey,
talk a little bit about
Jeffrey's here.
I'm right here.
What do you need him for?
this week's. Well, because he's got to run the video for it.
Oh, you can run it from way over there?
And since we're here at LST, in 1893, Rudolf Diesel received a patent for the diesel engine this week. So the diesel
1893.
engine in 1893 was originally patented
Nice.
as a diesel engine.
Nice.
And thanks, Mars. In 1923, Chevrolet built their 1 millionth vehicle this week. So, and now you're talking, they're in the 30 million range. In 1936, Ferdinand Porsche introduced the Volkswagen to the world, and went on to introduce Porsche later in his life. But he had worked for the German military, and they wanted to have the people's car out, and that was the Volkswagen. And the very first Volkswagen's a little bit different than the Bug that we kind of came to know. And that evolved.
That original one was, to be honest with you, is ugly.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And then in 1937, this week, Roger Penske was born. You look at Roger Penske today, and he's not only owned a variety of race cars, he's driven a variety of race cars. Roger Penske as a driver goes all the way back to the original Trans Am and Can-Am series.
And let me just say
of
this
the 60s
about
and
that.
70s.
I had a chance to meet Roger Penske. What a nice guy. Put his hand out.
The captain.
The captain. I said, Mr. Penske, just wanted to shake your hands. Well, thank you very much. What's your name? He didn't know me from Adam. He didn't have to do that.
I heard that he's got a fantastic memory, that he knows a lot of people's first names that work for him.
Casey Kasem was that way.
Year.
Yeah.
Just has that kind of recall.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you look at all the different cars he's had. You got to remember, Roger Penske was Mark Donahue when he had that that blue Camaro that ran Trans Am.
Yep.
Roger Penske ran a series of American Motors cars in Trans Am when he went with the Javelin in Trans Am. He also did the AMC Matador.
I remember that.
In 73, 74-ish time frame. And then, he's moved on. He's had 6 Indy 500 winners. Mark Mears drove for him forever. Now he, last year he had the championship IMSA sports car with the Acura. So, he's reached everywhere he's wanted to and has been extremely successful. In 1954, this week, the Ford Thunderbird prototype was born. And it wasn't until the 55 model year when the Thunderbird was sold publicly with a V8. Okay. There was a series, pretty big series of Roger Penske cars in there. So we'll kind of get through. The original Thunderbird sold for under $3,000, and for a drop top, and it was introduced 2 years after the Corvette. And then.
Is this a long?
No, one more. The last one is in 2008 is when Boyd Coddington passed away. And Boyd Coddington, the car customizer.
I know who he is. Was not a fan.
Well, yeah, but you think about how many people Boyd Coddington launched into the industry.
Thank God.
Well, and
he launched them right out the door.
Well, he went through a lot of folks, but Chip.
What an ass.
Chip.
He was a total ass, Boyd Coddington.
And that's why
Did you ever watch his show?
Yes. And
what
that's
a complete jerk.
It's TV, though.
No, that's the way he was. Chip Foose is one of his.
Chip Foose came out of the Coddington. The Coddington.
There's
garage,
no reason to be that
and
nasty.
And Foose is a wonderful guy. Foose, everything I've heard, I've never met him.
We've talked to him on the air. He's a very nice guy.
So
but you can see why he would get away from Boyd Coddington. Boyd Coddington was a talented guy, but you don't have to be a total ass to be talented. What is up with that?
And that's this week in auto history.
Pretty well wraps it up.
What a way to wrap it up.
I guess that'll be the last time we'll hear about Boyd Coddington on this show, which would be fine with me. What is this? Is this a 59 Chevrolet?
I have to look at the tail light. 59 or a 60. Yeah. 59 will have the cat eye. 60 will have the separate lights. That's a 59. I can see it's already got the cat eyes.
Well, I sure do like the car. Back
beautiful.
when it was new,
no, it's a 60 with the single lights.
When it was new, I did not like the look of it.
The bubble back glass and the fender skirts, factory. Yeah.
That's the whole rocket.
That's a gorgeous car. Pretty well done as well.
I appreciate the car. Not a fan.
No.
Would I buy it? No, absolutely not. I would buy that pickup truck, though. Holy Toledo.
What's that, 58 and up? 58, 59?
It sure is pretty.
Yeah, it is. Sounds good, too.
It does.
Probably LS.
And I do like the hooks for the tailgate.
Oh, okay. Oh, do you?
I do. That's old school, bud.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. You just go ahead and you do away with those.
And here's
screw
another
it all
early
up.
K5 Blazer, a real early one because the full top comes off.
Yes.
You know, you got to remember mid-season on that, the door frame stayed in place, and the top just came off the back. That sounds gorgeous
Here
as
comes
well.
Don's car.
Which one?
69 Camaro.
Oh my God.
Z28.
Yeah, I don't know as if I.
Don's heart is beating fast.
It is. It's had some body work done to it, but it
That's all right.
doesn't make any
Suspension
difference.
work to it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a cigarette now?
Yeah, I do. But no, that's only after I get to drive it. That would be the cigarette. Right now, it'd just be a shot of tequila. Is that an original Pace truck?
Says it's official truck.
Yeah.
Official.
Yeah, official.
Love the patina.
Never.
Nice. Probably for a reason.
He hurt.
Okay. It's fun to sit here. Actually, what we could do is we just is that camera on, Jeff? That
Yeah.
shows
Yes.
all that stuff going by. Because what we could do is we could just sit here. Now we would have to probably turn off the speakers, but we could sit here and we could talk about how wonderful the car is, or look at that, or look at the door fitment, or
You could do a
the,
man
the
on the
paint
street.
job. No, I don't want to die.
Don't see too many Toyotas come through here.
No.
Like the new Tundras. I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah.
But considering the popularity of that, you really don't see a whole lot of them upfitted
That's
like
just
that.
as well.
You see a lot of Super Duties. Ford
Oh, yeah.
Super Duty is
Well,
like the of the big trucks.
The Ford and the Ram. See
Yeah.
tons of them.
You know, I've driven a lot of Tundras. Just not a fan.
Not a fan?
No, I'm
They
not.
are gas hogs, too.
I've always had Fords.
Yeah, and it's either got to be a Ford, a Chevy, or a Ram.
It's got a lot of cam in that one.
See that's some fun stuff.
Show winner.
Show winner, yeah. That's a Don Armstrong truck.
Show enough.
Now here comes Lonnie's truck down behind you back here. Yeah.
Yeah, where is yours?
Mine's over there by the garage gear booth.
Is
When y'all get done with this, go over there, and then I'll show y'all mine.
Okay.
I'll let y'all hear it.
We'll take a tour.
And I'll let y'all smell it.
The new one?
No,
the truck
my
you're
old one.
talking about the truck,
Yeah, the
right?
one with the build. I have a 440 in it. It's a dark block, stroked out to.
Mars got it, but he's the only one.
I know. I went right past it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some big wheels there. Is that some
30s.
33s?
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Hey.
We like your truck. Very nice. Good job. You passed with flying colors. How big's the lift? Yeah?
Jeez.
It's got Illinois plates.
Illinois.
Well, thanks for coming all the way from Illinois.
Chicago, she says.
Well,
Chicago.
That's in Illinois.
Well, everybody's getting
Well,
out of
I just
Chicago
don't go
and
around
coming
looking
here.
for those kind of trucks in Chicago.
Because that's why they're here.
Exactly.
You see all the sponsors on the back window.
Well, that's what lets them do what they do.
And they
It's
do
weird
so
when
well.
you don't see one without the floating caps.
Yeah,
Because
it's
now I see the
becoming
logo
that, yeah.
going. I'm used to now seeing the logo staying still. So
So
now I
when
need some for the dually. I need some
That's
floating
right.
caps.
How, what's
that
involved?
That
in,
put LST on it.
yes,
Is
exactly.
that an
So-
add-on to any wheel?
Yeah.
No, you buy the center cap, so you replace the factory center cap with that.
Okay.
Oh, I see. So it's the outer ring that snaps in, and then the center
Yep.
part
It's
of
on a
it
ball
just
bearing.
stays.
It's on a bearing.
Yep, it's a bearing in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I like
actually,
that
first
right there.
first place I looked at that was on some BMW cars, and now I'm seeing it on these trucks.
Yeah.
BMW, custom
Yeah.
aftermarket stuff. Yeah, I was going to say I haven't seen one of those from the factory.
No. It's the custom work.
You know, the other thing that I see a lot of are custom headlights. Those things are not cheap.
No.
All the neon work on
Well,
them.
not that necessarily, but I mean the LED part of it. Yeah. I mean, there's every kind of flavor that you could possibly. I like those. Those are really good looking. But those things are really expensive. We were talking about your headlights. We like your headlights. Just saying. If I had the microphone, I'd have stuck it in there and asked him, how much do those things cost you?
Oh, probably $1,000.
Next one.
What'd you say?
We'll ask the next one that comes by.
Okay. Now, here's an old school Toyota. We can't hear Lonnie. Say again?
Some of those headlights can be, $1,500 a headlight. Yeah. They could be $3,000.
Man, yeah.
Because they actually take a brand new factory headlight and heat them up, and then they open them up.
Oh, yeah, I've
and
seen
they
that.
change everything inside of them.
Okay.
They'll put logos.
Add the LEDs,
if you look at some of them, they
colorize them.
have their company logo or their truck club or
Inside.
their anything inside of it, and they'll change the background color. Just about anything you can want to do. I mean, there's plenty of custom headlight guys that are out there.
See, I'm more of the aftermarket kind of guy. Bolt off, bolt on.
Well, those do bolt off and bolt on.
No, I know, but that's still the stock look.
Yeah.
If I'm going to go to all that trouble, I want a custom look. I want to make it mine, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that stock look in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, everybody tries to be not stock.
I like to be different.
Make it unique
as you've
to your
noticed.
And it's hard to be different because it's so many different variants.
Yeah.
To everything.
Who is the biggest truck aftermarket supplier? Who is that? That has the J.C. Whitney catalog that's about that thick.
We got a question
that
for
you could order in anything and everything.
I bet it would be Summit now.
Go ahead, Jeff.
How much are the headlights that you put on this?
They're stock.
The stock ones or the painted?
They're stock, Jeff.
These are stock?
Well, they're painted.
They're painted.
Okay. But they're stock headlights.
Yeah, stock headlights that are painted.
You need to hold the microphone up to his mouth so we can hear him.
There you go.
Yeah, they're stock headlights that are painted. They were about $250 to paint them.
Oh,
Very
wow.
good.
There you go. Thanks. Enjoy the show.
Nice look. Nice look. Nice look. Thank you.
He'll find some more.
It's microphone etiquette, but whatever. We don't care
We're
about
going to
any of
send
that.
Jeff to school.
Yeah, we don't care anything of. Here comes Swalo Mob.
It's school day today.
I learned a few weeks back, just recently, that be very careful of what you say when you don't know what you're saying. Because I don't know what SUELO stands for. I don't know what that means. But I learned a few weeks back.
It'll get your butt beat sometime.
A few weeks ago that I have, what has a meaning in English does not have the same meaning in Spanish. I think that you were with us when we were talking to the Lingenfelters up there.
With the Mitsubishi.
Yes, that.
Pajero.
Yes,
Pajero.
That. Yeah. But the Pajero means something completely different. So just saying, for those that speak Spanish, they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Lifted seems to be the way to go. Why is that?
How do you get in that thing way up there?
Crawl.
Climb.
Yeah. This wide body won't get up there. I need an elevator.
You're yelling.
Forklift.
You're yelling, and we can
but they can hear me.
They can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you get a fair drop, still to not drop.
We need to take a break and wrap this thing up. So we invite you to stay with us. Thanks for joining us on today's In Wheel Time Car Show, coming to you live from the 10th annual Lone Star Throwdown here at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds. Back after this.
Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, March 20th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods, all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, March 20th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise in, March 20th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy, weather permitting. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? Well, you found it. You're listening or watching In Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000. and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff@nwheeltime.com. If you're in charge of your company's small, medium, or large business anywhere in the U.S., let the On Hold Company help you retain customers and promote your business on your telephone system. Promote special sales or company info when placed on hold. The On Hold Company provides custom on-hold messages with professional male or female voices, licensed background music with no long-term contract, no monthly recurring bill, and updates your messages as needed. Call the On Hold Company at 713-223-HOLD or go to onhold.net.
Before we leave today, I wanted to give you one little bit of information. Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company agreed to buy Cooper Tire and Rubber for about $2.8 billion, strengthening its position in the North American tire market and almost doubling its presence in China, where auto sales are surging again. Cooper shareholders will receive $41.75 a share in cash at the close of this sale, beginning on February the 19th. And the Cherokee Nation said it's time for corporations such as Jeep and sports franchises to retire the use of Native American names and imagery. Jeep has used the Cherokee tag for nearly 50 years, and its Grand Cherokee has been a top seller for the off-road adventure brand. Well, that's it for this episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. Hey, when you're on Facebook, please give us a like, tell your friends about us, and then share our junk if you don't mind. You'll get Conrad's unicorn hunting features all week long with all things automotive. The In-Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitch, and on InWheelTime.com. Podcasts are available on Pandora, Amazon, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcast, Google Podcast, and Podcast Addict. Special thanks to all of our guests today here at the Lone Star Throwdown, especially Mr. Lonnie Ford and his partner, Todd Hendricks. The In-Wheel Time Chief Engineer is the fabulous David Ainsley. Our video technical director, sales and marketing man is Mr. Jeffrey Zekin. And this week's In-Wheel Time Car Show is produced and directed by the Houston Weathermen and Women. Thank you for letting the rain stay away. For booking agent and podcast man Mike Out of This World Mars, his royalty King Conrad DeLong, I'm Don Armstrong saying so long for now, and we hope you'll join us for our next live show next Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time, right here on the Smoke and Mirrors Network.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Thanks for being part of the In-Wheel Time family. Mask up, stay healthy, and so long for now, everybody.
Have fun.